Trump. Why did Trump just impose a 15% tariff on everyone? That's right, you guys. Guess what? It's New York City I'm chiming in from, and I want to tell you, we got a blizzard going on outside. It has not stopped snowing for the last, 6-7 hours, hitting us hard from every direction, you guys. So you know what? We gonna hunker down, we gonna get in the mix and do what we gotta do. Do your boy a favor, chime in right now, go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this camera. Let's go ahead and get everything straight this morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Okay, I see we got some people in the building so far early. Let's get it, y'all, let's get it. Play off of this other phone monitor that I have over here to make sure that I get this right this morning. All right, let's go, let's try it, let's go. See what we working with all things thought out in this process. That's right. You know, we got to get it right. We got to get it right. Got to make sure that we got things all leveled off here so that we have the best possible optimal picture. Yeah, let's try to make sure we got that straight. See how we did with that right there. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. I think we ready, y'all. Okay, I think we ready. See something here. See what our time is looking like, actually. Yeah, we still got a few minutes. I'm sorry to be off camera. How you guys doing right there? Definitely just got to make sure that we straight when it comes down to this, to the video and everything, you guys, because you know, got to make sure we got the visual straight. We got that audio back there too. How everybody doing this morning? I see we got demonetized. Oh, thank you so much, Batty. I saw that right before it went up. Thank you so much. See, demonetized is up in there this morning. Good morning, Angry B. How you doing? I think I got an email from you. Just so you guys know, if you emailed me yesterday and you sent your address for your keychain, I sent it. There was only one. Supposed to be about 5 or 6 more people. So yes, still got about 5 more keychains. Well, 2 more keychains and 3 decals to give away. So we can just keep it running today. If we get over 500 likes, going to be sending out, what are we going to send out this morning? I think we're going to send out, see what the number's going to be, what we're going to send out this morning. What are we going to send out this morning? I think we're going to send out 3 keychains, right? We're going to send out 3 keychains and 3 decals, all right? If we get over 500, we're going to do 3 and 3. I got to get those prayers in for you guys because, you know, nothing can go on without those prayers. Let's get it. Let's go, you guys. We want to pray for good health. We want to pray for everybody that's out there dealing with that snow right now. All of the animals that may have to be dealing with. Please pray for the stray cats. All of the animals out there. All of the homeless people as well, Lord. Please, let's not get any numbers of anyone that lost their lives because of this snow. I'm praying right now, and everyone else is as well. I want to pray for everybody in the chat, no matter what city or state or country that you're chiming in from, just to let you know that we all here support and love each other, and it's an equal playing platform over here. Hopefully you guys have learned that since you've been coming through. Also, got to pray for calmness, peace. Want to pray for good health as well as for our friends and our animals. Who we putting it up for? All right, liberty and justice. Thank you so much. I see you in the building this morning. Casey Ramos. That's right. Gotti, you get my email? Let me check. I got you. Let me see if I got the email. I'll let you know. Got to put those prayers up though. Queen Shay, Jay Wood. Okay, that's right. Miss Swanza. I see liberty and justice. I said that already. Casey, Columbus Matt. There you go. Good morning. We got Jeff Rub Inc. 5314. Okay, I'm seeing 5314. Danielle Rodriguez. Good morning. 60% disapproval. Okay, keep on moving forward. Beatrice. We got Miss Swanza. I ain't miss you. Hope everything's going on good with you and your fam and everybody out there. My mix. We've got Queen Shay, Jeffrey Spilker. Good morning, my brother Popeye. Okay, open up those pores. Willie, we got a big lots in here, and you know we got Timothy. Want to make sure that we always go give up those other prayers as well for people like Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, and much more. Amen. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys, because you know what it's almost time for. It's not on my wrist, but I still know how to pay attention to it, because I'm not going to let it beat me. All right, you guys. We got to get those. We already got those prayers up. Let me get this audio right. finally found a good spot where I could do it at. So yeah, it's time, you guys. I know it's already 6 o'clock where you are, but guess what? Our watch does not know that. All our watch knows is, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, you know it's already 6, but you know how he do. We gotta wait for slow pokey sometime. Try to throw him a little wave and see what's going on. Are you ready? Cause I am. I'm ready. And give me 1 second, let me refresh this screen over here, because we gotta open up those pores. For the ladies, open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. How I'm gonna start this off? We gotta help me. Lately there seems to be some insecurities about the way I feel and where I want to be. Girl, you know it's with you. No one but you, no one can do the things you do to me. Come on, help me out. Never to be mistaken. Long as there's love we're making, there's gonna be some pain. It's gonna be some pain, but you know that I know. 'Cause boy, I know our love will grow. And your love will be right here. Be right here. Right here. Be right. Love's gonna be right. No fear. Have no fear. Yo, that was the joint. No fear. Because your love is gonna be right here. Especially if you're rocking with Bugatti. You know I got the love for all y'all. And it's if bump that beat. Monday the 23rd, that's right, y'all, 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's what's up, you guys, right here. Have no fear. And then when they use that human nature beat, oh man, that was it. That was the joint right there, you guys. I hope y'all having a fantastic morning. Jake, thank you so much. Jordan Dowdy for always showing love with the $5 super chat. You always show love. Everybody, show Jordan some love this morning. It is Monday. We made it, you guys. It's snowing and it's a crazy blizzard going on right now. If I was to show you, you would think I was living in Mankato somewhere. It is crazy out there. All the snow that we lost and they got rid of, it's back. So yeah, get ready for your shovels, get that salt ready, get ready to throw some snowballs, because guess what, kids? You guys got a snow day in New York. At least Mom Dami came through with that. You got a snow day. Hope everybody's gonna be enjoying the snow day. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I got a lot to get into. What do you have to get into, Bugatti? You know what I gotta get into. I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I love to go and get content from where you're from. This way, the conversation just makes so much more sense. Also, with that being said, you guys, you know what I'm gonna say now, because I don't want to take any longer. Let's get into these titles. Let's get into these titles. What do I have for you this morning on the board? That's the topic of everybody's tongue due to the fact that the Supreme Court has shut down the overall taxes. What has President Trump done? Yes, it was 10%. Then he said, you know what? I got 5 more on it. So he added 5 more. And yes, we have, why did Trump just impose a 15% tax on everyone? Like Oprah, remember back in the days? You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Trump said, you get tariffs, you get tariffs, you get tariffs. Hopefully to hold everybody back from what just happened. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because notwithstanding, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to give a shout out this morning. I want to give a shout out to Terry Cohn. I want to remember that we're praying for Terry and let her know that we're here for her, you guys. I totally apologize for that. Terry, if you're in the building, nothing but love. Thank you so much. Let's keep on moving forward. That's right, I stopped because I got to remember. Okay, we've got a woman who berates Mom Dami. Now he's a super cat because he's a really dumb dummy. Yes, she really berated him. And she said that he does not support black people. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. What else do we have? Last but not least is, will the U.S. strike on Iran as the buildup of forces continue to grow? I have a personal feeling here. I think we've got everything already in place. I think they've got enough ships out there to do what we have to do. Now it's just a question of boop and getting the call. That's what I'm gonna say. Been pretty good in my predictions so far. See what we got with Andrew. We got more coming up, you guys. Let's get right into it, because without any further ado, any hesitation, I'm ready to get busy. Let's go. Let's get those top stories in. It's probably, of course, gonna be our President Trump. Of course, that's entering Air Force One. We have a lot going on with tariffs. I got to bring you guys up on what's happening. It's a very sensitive topic right now, so let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. Get your coffee, your tea, your water. Make sure you got the right ones, though, and let's get up. Let's do what we got to do, you guys. Let's do what we got to do. Yeah, you know what I mean. We already know what to be drinking and eating around here so far. I don't know if you guys have already started to implement things, but I have. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Can I get that audio? There we go.
President Trump announced he is increasing global tariffs to 15%. He originally imposed 10% global tariffs after the Supreme Court ruled his sweeping tariffs violated federal law. We spoke with Matthew Metzgar, a business professor at UNC Charlotte. He says there could still be chances for businesses and customers to save money in this economy.
I think in the very short term, you can see some of the prices fall. Like, for example, I was reading about a business that was waiting to bring in goods from China for them to sell here in the U.S., and they waited until the Supreme Court decision because now they can bring that good in with much lower tariffs. And so a lot of businesses then may have kind of a window, so to speak, where over the next 150 days, they know the tariffs are going to be lower perhaps, and they may bring in more goods.
They may bring in more goods, but that doesn't mean that they're going to lower the prices for retail. So yeah, let's keep going. You know we ain't stupid. We know what's up.
U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer says the administration is opening investigations on most major trading partners.
Not only trading partners, but I also think that we shouldn't just be investigating trading partners. I think we need to be investigating retail, price gouging, certain companies that's overcharging when it comes down to things, if they're saying that these prices should be different by now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What are you doing to me right now? Are you serious? Let's go. Sorry about that. I got more on it. Oh, you want to do that? Cool. Even better. Glad you did that. Wanted to check yourself out. See ya. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got Trump. He does say that tariffs and refunds will not come without a legal battle. So, you know, all of these people that are saying, okay, since the tariffs have been reversed, we want our money back. That's right, you guys. We lost a bunch of money. Businesses, cities, and different places, they're saying they want money back from the United States government. You know what Trump's saying? There'll be no refunds. They won't come without a legal battle, and expect to be in court for at least the next 5 years. What do you guys think about that? Keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. We got a lot to get out. I told you it's going on. We got it. Let's go. What you got? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. What's going on? Did we get it now?
To 15% one day.
Go back.
Today, President Trump raised his new global tariffs to 15% one day after the Supreme Court struck down many of his punishing taxes. But what about refunds? CBS's Willie James Inman is at the White House. Willie James.
Elaine, good evening to you. Thousands of companies have paid billions in tariffs, and some are now waiting for refunds after filing lawsuits to get their money back.
We're going to start early. I want to know how you guys feel about those refunds. Do you think that certain companies and certain individuals and certain people like U.S. Citizens should get refunds for all of the increases that we had to incur? Let me know. If you think that we should get refunds, I'm going to want a thumbs up. If you think we should get refunds. If you don't think that we should get refunds, go ahead and give me the thumbs down. You can explain as well. I'll start reading your comments. Let's keep on moving forward.
Small business owners like David Levi, the founder of MicroKits in Virginia, are breathing a sigh of relief following the Supreme Court's decision.
We've been kind of in survival mode, kind of just things have been slow. And now with this ruling, now I feel some relief.
Levi sued to get a refund on tariffs long before the Supreme Court made its ruling on Friday.
Had to cut my workers' hours. I had to just accept that I was going to make fewer parts this year.
Thousands of businesses, big and small, have had to pay additional tariffs, including corporate giants like Costco, Revlon, and Bumblebee Foods, who also sued to get refunds. But Trump says refunds won't come without a legal battle.
We'll end up being in court for the next 5 years.
And now California Governor Gavin Newsom and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker are demanding the Trump administration pay out refunds to businesses and Americans.
I want to get this before it rolls out because that's the next thing that I was going to say. I see a couple of people commented on that. I'm still taking the comments. I see we're divided on it, and a lot of people are saying that they can't really say like Jane. But I also wanted to acknowledge that Jeff Rubin says he wanted to give a dividend now since he's angry and might have to refund. It's never going to happen on the dividends. You guys do remember it was a high dividend. I forgot what that was. And then it was like $5,000. And then it was like $2,000. Don't know if that's going to happen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. The refunds won't go to us, says Jordan. Let's keep on moving forward. Lisa, down. Let's go.
America's working families deserve a refund.
The government has collected more than $130 billion in tariff revenue tied to President Trump's tariff announcement in April of last year. Tariffs have been at the center of President Trump's domestic and foreign policy. And now the White House is putting forward its backup plan.
I have the right to do tariffs, and I vote.
I have to agree on this, and my people are gonna be like, yeah, really, Bugatti? Yeah, I agree with Audrey. We need the money, and we are paying more for goods. I misunderstood. Give us our stimulus. Okay. The dividend was supposed to be our payout.
I always had the right to do tariffs.
Elaine, tonight the White House dismissing and blasting Governor Pritzker's demand, saying he should instead focus on his own state government.
Yeah, I think the same thing for Gavin Newsom, but we cannot negate or neglect what the people are saying because we should be the ones that are telling you guys what to do. That's how government runs. And if the majority is saying something, that's the way things have to go, even if it's not something that you agree to, guys, no matter if you're a Republican, which I'm not, Democrat, which I'm not, independent, which I'm not even a conservative either. But any party that you're a part of, right is right and wrong is wrong, you guys. And that's the way we love to play it over here, just so you know. You know, we had some thunk that tried to get in Mar-a-Lago yesterday. I don't know, he tried to get in there with arms. I'm not gonna say what type because you know how that goes. Then he had a canister of gasoline, but the Secret Service agents ably pow-powed him and got him while he was inside the security perimeter at Mar-a-Lago. Let's keep on moving forward and see what's going on with that, you guys. We got a lot of pushback and a lot of stuff going on. I do believe that there are a lot of heightened attitudes and animosities right now that people have to look out for. And it's happening everywhere. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Check this out.
Now to that fatal shooting at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida. Authorities say the suspect was carrying a shotgun and a gas can when he drove into the secure perimeter on Sunday morning, prompting law enforcement officers to open fire when the man raised his gun. The FBI is identifying the suspect as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin of North Carolina. He was reported missing by his family on Saturday. Authorities say the weapon was likely purchased by Martin as he made his way to Florida from his North Carolina home. Here's our ABC Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, the FBI and Secret Service urgently trying to determine what caused a young man to allegedly travel from North Carolina to President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida and confront law enforcement before being shot and killed. The suspect, identified by the FBI as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin, was shot shortly after 1 a.m. Sunday after he allegedly bought a canister of gasoline and brandished a shotgun in front of security personnel there to protect the property.
They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those two pieces of equipment that he had with him, at which time he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun to a shooting position.
At that point, authorities say an officer with the sheriff's department and 2 members of the Secret Service opened fire. Martin, who had been reported missing by his family on Saturday, was pronounced dead at the scene.
First time we ever gonna do this, and if I'm wrong, I want to know. Jane, you're being called out as a possible troll by me. You're called out as a possible troll or a bot. Define yourself. Giving you a chance before you know what.
Today, federal agents could be seen at a property associated with Martin in Cameron, North Carolina, which is about a 10-hour drive from Mar-a-Lago. A portrait of the alleged gunman emerging. A cousin telling our station WTVD that the family is generally made up of Trump supporters, but Martin's feelings about the president were unclear. Law enforcement officials believe that the suspect bought the weapon as he made his way toward Florida. Today, outside of Mar-a-Lago, a crime scene, as investigators try to trace the suspect's movements prior to the confrontation.
If you live in the area of the shooting, please check your exterior cameras for last night or this morning. If you see anything, please contact us.
President Trump's security has been an ongoing issue. There were 2 assassination attempts against him while he was running for office in 2024. And law enforcement experts say the nation remains in an elevated threat environment with a recent spate of politically motivated attacks and a surge in threats against members of Congress.
I'm just saying that because every message is my dad this, my dad that, my dad would have fired, my dad this, and it's very consistent with my dad. So that's why I said it that way. If you're not and you define yourself to somebody that's approval, that's fine, but I want to know just to make sure. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But your dad's been pretty busy as far as you're telling us. Let's get on over to Mexico, you guys. Luckily, no one. Can't even say that. The man did lose his life. I don't know what it was about, and hopefully we can get to the bottom of it. And therefore, with more investigations, we're going to try to see where this leads, and we're going to keep moving forward. And yes, I'm going to still pray for the man's life because of the fact that it was a life lost. Amen. Can't just not pray for people because of their actions or whatever. He didn't harm anybody, and he lost his own life, guys. You know, let's keep on moving forward because we got some frightened tourists that are trapped out in Mexico. I bet you don't want to be in Cancun right now, boy. I'm telling you, double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got some frightened tourists out there because they're trapped in a hot spot, and now they're looking over like these edges of the top of the roofs, seeing all of this destruction and chaos and mayhem going on. They actually tried to leave prior to that, but as they were trying to go to the airport, their taxis were taken over, drivers were pow-powed, luggage was set on Filsnaya, all types of crazy stuff. Let's keep it moving, you guys. I pray for these people, no matter where they're from, because no one should be treated like this.
Tourists in the popular Mexican holiday city of Puerto Vallarta are trapped in their hotels as war rages on the streets below. Canadian culture page Yeg Wave released footage of Canadian tourists forced to take shelter on the...
So you guys asked about Canada about 2 days ago. This is what's going on with Canadians that are in Mexico, trapped in a hotel, watching all of the destruction that's going on out in the whereabouts.
rooftop of a hotel as chaos rages.
Sad part about it is the only thing that they're really telling them is to shelter in place and barricade yourselves in your rooms. That's very frightening right there, especially since the artels with a C in the front are taking over different places, going back and forth, firing against the military and actually putting up all sorts of different fights against them. It's crazy out there right now. I pray for these people. We're gonna say
Toronto Crime Watch sent out a warning over social media saying if you are a Canadian in Puerto Vallarta, you need to stay in your room and barricade the doors with every piece of furniture available. The airports in Mexico are also in a state of chaos, with reports that many have been overtaken by cartel members, which sent travelers and staff fleeing and hiding for cover in sheer terror.
Actual airport trying to get out of there, but they can't.
Journalist Dan Dix is caught up in the chaos, explaining the dire situation to GB News.
Well, earlier today, this was supposed to be my first day to actually enjoy the beach after working for the last 5 days, but unfortunately what I walked out to was just a scene of absolute mayhem. There was black smoke everywhere, to the left of me, to the right of me, behind me, multiple cars being torched in the streets, cartels setting up roadblocks, setting buses on fire. Some people who attended the conference I was at had their taxi cab taken over, the driver murdered in front of them, all their luggage burnt up in the car, including their passports. So a lot of people's lives have been flipped upside down and totally turned around. I'm supposed to be on a flight tomorrow, but I just got the cancellation notice in my email now that I will not be flying out tomorrow. So unfortunately, the situation is pretty dire. It's pretty scary.
A local resident blasted the military response, agreeing with Dan Dix, saying authorities are nowhere to be seen.
It's 12:42.
I love the fact that we have people like this here. Who's that right there? Justin in North Carolina said, didn't Trump offer Mexico multiple times to assist with the Mexican kills and cartels? There you go. Pop your collar, Justin. You know what you're talking about. I don't think it'll stop no time soon. Gotti, what's up? Yeah, Casey, you already see me. I'm trying to just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But you see, I think it's a bit. I thought it was a bot because he tried to use your name with a C. I'm gonna leave the bots alone or whoever. I'm gonna let y'all handle that today.
In the afternoon, and there are no authorities anywhere.
I see y'all got it.
Since early this morning, with fires starting at the main avenues, infiltrating major residential areas, Costco, La Comer, Macroplat.
No, the stores. They taking over the stores. They're not playing. Y'all look.
And there are no authorities anywhere. The
no
city
authorities.
has been on fire since early this morning, with fires starting at the main avenues, infiltrating major residential areas, Costco, La Comer, Macroplaza. There's nobody. It's like a dead zone. I can't believe there's no authorities anywhere. Like, not even fire trucks trying to stop some of these fires. The buildings are literally being left just to burn. It's an eerie sight right now that the gunshots and the explosions have stopped and the smoke is just infiltrating all the area.
Sad situation right there. I wanted to give you guys an idea how it is from the ground, but that's why they're telling them to shelter in place, because if the police and no military is there to help them, who's going to help them? It's only a certain amount of time before the cartels start running in. Why is she wearing camouflage? She better be wearing more than that. Put some doo-doo all on her whole body. You'll just smear yourself in doo-doo. Go hide somewhere. I'm telling you, they don't want me. I'm stink. You don't want me. I'm funky. I got something. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I sound crazy, but you know what it is. Arnold Schwarzenegger did it to get away from Predator. It wasn't boo-boo, but in this sense, you might need to be thoughtful. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. You don't want none of this. I'm stinky. Get away from me. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this major leader. I want you to see now why this is actually going on, because the major leader of this Jalisco new generation cartel was pow-powed, and the Mexican military is going back and forth with them, you guys. A little bit more on this because I have what's going on the land, then we're going to keep on moving forward.
Also following breaking news, a major leader of the Jalisco new generation cartel known as El Mencho is dead after an operation carried out by the Mexican army.
Do me a favor, please double tap that screen and get those likes up. I would like many more people to know about stories like this and much more that we have going on. Also, do me a favor, hit that notification bell down there because it lets you know when we're on. There's 3 dots, boop, boop, boop. You hit that, go ahead and become a member if you want to. Also, that's free. If you want, you can become a subscriber. It's about $2.99. We do this every single day. Trending topics, current events, #1 chat, family members on YouTube. While we're here, there's nobody rocking with us. Why you think we call ourselves Our Bottom Line? Let's get back to the stories. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And the sad part about what's going on here is, again, anytime things like this happen, you get the urban areas that are affected by it. This is 2 city buses right here. And as you prior saw in the last video, they were talking about the city buses, how they were being attacked. Perfect example of how they're doing it. This is crazy.
An official says military action was carried out in the western state of Jalisco. It happened after cartels attempted to block military operations, burning vehicles, and creating other roadblocks to incite chaos. Mexico's Ministry of National Defense says military personnel were attacked and returned fire on the cartel in defense, killing 4 people at the scene. The U.S. Embassy in Mexico warning U.S. citizens to shelter in place until further notice.
That's not really good. When you hear something like that, that's bad. Shelter in place? Oh.
And avoid areas with law enforcement activity. The U.S. State Department previously offering...
So how you gonna know what areas got law enforcement activity when you trying to go get something to eat? Or you better just shelter in place and hunker down, I guess.
A reward of up to $15 million for any information leading to the arrest of El Mencho. He was leading one of the most powerful crime organizations in all of Mexico. And earlier this month, President Trump designated this new generation cartel as a foreign terrorist organization.
So that goes to prove that when he said it, I don't know who that said. North Carolina definitely said that because he definitely ordered. But I forgot, I don't know if you've been here. I happen to think that she did not accept Machado. I happen to think that she did not accept, because if she would have accepted back then, this probably would have started back then or just directly towards her because she's so scared. There's a certain amount of power that she has as far as being the president and the leader of the country, but there's also a certain amount of power that the cartel entails, and they've got a lot of eyes and ears everywhere. Her driver could be a family member or somebody else that works for the cartel. You never know it. Always knowing where she is. Got to be careful, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Iggy, thank you so much for the bottom line glove. Appreciate you for being a part of the show. Thank you again. Sent 20 Bugatti gift memberships. Y'all better grab them. That's right, you guys. Iggy's over there giving out those memberships. Grab them, grab them. I see y'all not playing. Go ahead and do what you got to do. We got Scott Besson over here who says that she has absolutely no idea what she's talking about. Trying to pick a fight. I'm going to tell you like this. When you try to pick a fight with Scott Besson, just know who you're fighting against. I don't think she wants it. But let's get on over here because they're asking him directly, will you refund the $134 billion after the Supreme Court struck down Trump's tariffs? Let's see what Scott has to say about this, you guys. He already punched Elon Musk in the face and already gave it to a couple of other people. You know, Scott don't play.
I do want to start with the big question. Will you refund the roughly $134 billion in revenue taken by these emergency tariffs?
Well, Dana, that's not the big question. Let's just level set here. What the Supreme Court did was a very narrow reading of the president's authority under the IEEPA tariffs. We have other tariff authorities which have been functioning, Section 232 tariffs, Section 301 tariffs. And Dana, when you say it's a big question, that's bad framing because the Supreme Court didn't even address that. The Supreme Court remanded it down to a lower court, and we will follow what they say, but that could be weeks or months when we hear them. So the Supreme Court did not address refunds.
Sure, they didn't address refund. That is clearly going to be up to you, which is why
No, Dana, it is not up to me. It is
not you.
It is not up to the administration. It is up to the lower court. Let's just be clear on that.
Okay. Well, the Justice Department told a federal appeals court in this very case last year, if tariffs imposed on plaintiffs during these appeals are ultimately held unlawful, then the government will issue refunds to plaintiffs.
She tried to pull the paperwork on them, y'all. She trying to bring out the receipts, y'all.
Again, I'm not going to get out ahead of the court. We will follow the court's direction, but as I said, that could be weeks or months away. That decision was not rendered on Friday.
What do you think? You're the Treasury Secretary. What do you think should happen? In the past, you have said it is possible.
Again, I want to point to what we're doing. The president, the administration remains undeterred in reshoring American factories and getting rid of these massive trade imbalances. That's the big story here, is that we are immediately going to go to Section 122 tariffs, and that the revenue for the U.S. Treasury for 2026, the projections are unchanged.
I've been walking through. You guys are right. Y'all know, but Scott gonna tell her. He shut her down quick, even though she tried to come back with the receipts. Even though you got to look at certain things as they are. Whatever the court say, that's what you have to do. The Supreme Court ordered it to a lower court, but that doesn't mean that the lower court won't say that we have to get those refunds. And also, it seems like they may drag this thing out, you guys. What do you think so far? What do you think is going to happen with this? I subscribe to you. Thank you, Jane, so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, Scott is definitely a boss. Lisa Roy, tariffs can't repay the real embezzlement from Minneapolis. Okay, you're right about that. Liberty and justice, Jeffrey, absolutely. And I like your video. Thank you so much. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Okay, let's keep on going. You ain't got to do that, Jane. We know you're real. Do your thing. Let's express yourself now. Let's see what you feel about these next stories that are coming up, especially the military building up around this Iran situation as the region on the brink of doom, doom, doom. That's right. That was Mexico earlier. Yeah. Now we got to get over to Iran. It's happening everywhere, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. See what's going on over there.
Shannon, good morning. Protests erupted this weekend at Iranian
universities and students, that's right.
Universities for the first time since the regime crackdown earlier this year. Students chanted "Long live the King" and "Freedom" as they marched through their campuses. Saturday marked their return to a new semester and renewed demonstrations against the government. In the capital of Tehran, Iran's president did not address the protests directly, but spoke broadly about the ongoing international pressure against Iran.
They know not to mess with them kids. Yeah, go out there and mess with them college students and see if all of a sudden be boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, you better talk and try to threaten.
We will not bow down in the face of any of these difficulties. World powers are lining up with cowardice to force us to bow our heads. Just as you did not bow in the face of difficulties, we will not bow down in the face of these problems.
How about the potato chip companies pay us back for charging us $2 and $3 for a bag of 50-cent potato chips? Let's just keep it funky, y'all. Potato don't cost that much. I don't care how much you try to say it. A spud does not cost no $3.
Iranian officials told Reuters that indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran are set to resume in early March, but that views differ over the scope and mechanism for sanctions relief. The comments come amid an ongoing military buildup in the Middle East that continues at this hour. Overnight, more C-17 transport planes traveled across the Atlantic Ocean, and reports indicate at a single Jordanian airbase there are now 60 attacked aircraft and 68 cargo planes. With the region on the brink of war, a UN spokesperson is calling for diplomatic efforts to prevail.
And I can tell you and reiterate yet again that we are very concerned about the heightened rhetoric we're seeing around the region, by the heightened military activities, war games, or just military.
They cannot have a nuclear, man, period. They cannot have it, and they're taking too long for me to negotiate and get it done. Y'all taking too long. I'm just worried about the people that's going to be like casualties and stuff like that. That's what I'm always worried about. Because anytime this WAR, going to lose some people, and it might not be reported. You know how that goes. Do me a favor, I'd really appreciate it. We got world news going on, and now we come into the cities as well. Not exactly. Let's keep on moving forward. Casey, see you getting busy. Thank you so much, Liberty. It's getting rough in here, right? Why? Because we turning up and we giving them the business, and they just can't handle it. Time to go up, y'all. We going up a whole nother level. Let's get back to the White House. See what the president actually has to say as he participates in this annual dinner with the governors. It was kind of funny because he says something during the remarks. He joked about how the governors look at him like, why are we up in here praising this dude? I should be the president. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what the president actually had to say on this at this nice little cool occasion that they came to with, which is called the governor's ball. Let's go.
Well, thank you very much. This is a great honor. It's a great place. There's no place like it. Please sit down. Thank you.
You know, he always got something to say.
You know, I told now I can say my movie star wife. Do you believe this? I have to live with now another title.
It's all good. she's a movie star.
Tell me about the group tonight. It's the all governors and just about we have a couple of cabinet secretaries, so we could probably include them. And every time they look in the mirror, every time they wake up or go to sleep, they look in that mirror and they say, I should be president, not him. So I said, despite that, it's a very friendly group. And it really is too. Many, many friends and very competent people. Over the past year, we've already achieved a historic turnaround for our country. With unprecedented speed, we solved intractable problems. We really have done something. It's been an incredible first year for all of us. We've transformed stagnation into growth, weakness into strength, and chaos into order, liberty, and justice. We have done that. Today, our border is secure. Murders are at a 125-year low. Think of that. Core inflation is the lowest in 5 years and going down. Prices are going down really rapidly. We inherited a mess, and we brought them down a lot, and we're going to go still further. And our military is more powerful than ever before, and we're just respected all over the world. Like I would say, we have maybe never been, but certainly have.
Somebody said riding with Trump till the wheels fall off. That was Brian King right there, Falcone.
Many decades. Working with your states wherever we can achieve so much more. Your governors, your great people, your great leaders. You're just about all very popular. I know every one of you, and we've all had a pretty easy time becoming governor. That's because you've done really good work. From Thomas Jefferson to today, America's governors have been among the smartest, most creative, most talented Americans our country has ever produced.
Yeah, y'all got to work on your audio. If I can do better audio than y'all really need to work it out. Like if y'all can get those mics clearer, and you might want to find a better mic, like a what do you call it? Starts with an S. Damn, I forgot the name of that mic. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Now we got to stay in Washington really quickly because this is very important to me and a lot of other people. Not only the fact that it's Black History Month. What do you think when it comes down to Jesse Jackson being able to lie, what do they say, in state, right? They're saying that, does anyone have any comments? I want to know, does anyone have any comments or feedback to this right here? Reverend Jesse Jackson has been denied capital honor by the House Speaker, Mike Johnson. Do you think that President Trump should step in and probably do something about this due to the fact that he's Jesse Jackson's personal friend? Or do you think that they should stick to what's the normal order, which is only presidents and governors and people like that get to lie in state? Let me know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about that? Because it's a problem. It's something that's coming up right now, and it's a really hot topic because Reverend Jesse Jackson, the late great Reverend Jesse Jackson, rest in peace. He's about to be buried soon, and we want to know how you guys think about him being honored that way.
Late civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson will not lie in honor in the U.S. Capitol following his death last week. We learned this afternoon that House Speaker Mike Johnson denied his family's
Reverend Jesse Jackson should receive honor, says Lisa Roy. There will be no Rainbow Coalition without Trump. You're right about that because he definitely helped them, and we showed that yesterday. They were friends. That's why I'm thinking about that as well. We already know that Trump wouldn't do this. That would be really hard, but he is constantly criticized. Okay, cool. I don't know about that part, but I need to know. He probably will. He respects loyalty. Let Jesse lie in state. He looks bad for only doing it for Kirk. Okay. And that's what I wanted to know, if it's anybody else had it done for them. Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate you. Jesse Jackson was a shyster. Nothing great about him, says MP. Ooh, okay, MP.
Request. Jackson, a civil rights leader and two-time presidential candidate, died on Tuesday at the age of 84. Along with his family, some House Democrats also requested his remains lie in honor in the Capitol Rotunda. But Johnson's office says that is typically reserved for former presidents, military members, and select officials. Memorial services are planned in Chicago, Washington.
Someone said you need to stick to the guidelines. I hear you, late, but don't believe he was all that great. Okay, he must have been a great man, but you need to stick to the guidelines. Okay.
In D.C. and South Carolina
no good.
Next month.
I'm from Chicago, and he was no good. Okay. That's what I'm. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Stuff like that we don't really know about, and I'm gonna just go there and say it. I have a pretty, I don't know exactly myself how I would feel about that because of something that possibly happened to someone called Martin Luther King that was going around. Let me just put it like that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Okay, we got that one out, and I love the participation. And you guys see I'm paying attention. Don't try to say, oh, you be putting, you don't never pay attention. I always do. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Where we going over here right now? State of emergency in, not Phillipsburg. Are you serious? Because of the sinkholes. Anybody out in Phillipsburg? I hope not. Because they're telling people that they have to leave their homes right now because there's sinkholes in the roadway. Also, there was a truck that drove up to try to get close to the sinkhole, and next thing you know, that truck created another sinkhole. And then as they did like a grid inspection, they found out that there were multiple sinkholes, even where people's homes were, and they asked them to evacuate. I'm hoping that they can do something to fill the sinkholes or maybe try to do something about it, because currently I have no idea what's going to happen in Phillipsburg right now with these homes that have been evacuated.
Is now in effect in one New Jersey town after at least 2 sinkholes opened up, one of them swallowing a dump truck.
Literally, police say that this ground gave way beneath the truck being used to work on repairs in Phillipsburg, which is about 40 miles west of Morristown. As Nick Calloway reports, several homes are now threatened.
So you can't even get the dump truck out there because you got to get a heavy piece of equipment to get that out.
Well, this started with just one sinkhole, and now the problem is pretty widespread. I'm told there are underground voids for about a 1.5 block stretch here behind me. All that damage left some without water and others without power.
I would hate to have property on that block. I meant to call this out too. I said to myself, write this down in the comments, and I'm going to read it. You're about to see one of the most laziest, sloppiest gas pours ever. Yeah, I wanted to say that. I think that this is the most sloppiest and laziest. I wanted to make sure I say lazy and sloppy. Make sure I want to say that, because ain't nowhere in the world you have to do this right here.
Without power. Jamal Clark is gassing up a generator so he can at least keep his fridge and food cold.
Because it'll spoil real fast.
Clark lives just a few houses down from this wild scene at Summit Avenue and Lewis Street, where on Tuesday a large dump truck was swallowed up by the second sinkhole to open in as many days.
When we brought one of the dump trucks in, one of our contractors came in with a dump truck. It actually broke through a separate portion of the roadway. And that exposed more issues.
Ground-penetrating radar revealed that more underground voids have inched closer to the nearby sidewalks and homes.
That looked like it's not even, that's like a toy. Like it's crazy right there, it doing an endo out the ground like that with a whole bunch of tar in the back that they were trying to use to fill. So all of that weight, boom, opened that sinkhole.
7 houses have been deemed unsafe. The residents were asked to leave. Underground power lines and water mains have been compromised. About 100 houses lost power. 20 or 30 had no water.
It looked Karen said, I hope Clark don't light up a cigarette. Yeah, Jordan says, a break in the water pipes will do this. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's grown man, no excuses. What are you talking about? Keep on moving forward. Cinnamon, that's a fact. Okay, seems like he's creating another hazard. It's no self-serve pump in New Jersey. Shit show for real.
Crazy, man. Like,
yeah, it is a shit show. Once one thing happened, the other one start to go. That's why I said I wouldn't like to have any property on that land. I mean, on that out there. Oh no, property value number 1. Then how we gonna repair it if they can? They might have to just let everything go. Use the house as landfill if it's that bad. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go on and talk about Poland Spring, what it means to steal from Maine. You know what I'm talking about, you guys, but we're not going to get into it till we get at least about 200. Come on now, let's get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. It's Monday morning. We got a blizzard outside. I've been up making sure we get all this content together so that we can be updated and know what's going on all around the world, plus in your backyard as well. Do your boy a favor, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Really would appreciate it. Why? It gets more people over here and we can get more stories out. And we got a lot more to get out right now. Like I said, Poland Spring, what it means to steal from Maine. We got details how HHS now exposes The same sort of situation that was going on over there in Minneapolis. That's right, you guys. Potential fraud in Maine. Medicaid payments for RCS services. And Dr. Oz, he's on it. We may have another whole Minnesota situation right here. Check this out, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. It's going down.
Services Inspector General revealing that Maine made at least $45 million in improper Medicaid payments for autism services, nearly $30 million of which was federally funded, your money. And the state is now being told to give the money back. This all came to light as Medicaid payments soared over the last 5 years. But Maine's Department of Health and Human Services dismissed the report, calling it a, quote, paperwork error. A $45 million paperwork error. Really? Well, State Representative Chad Perkins says the agency is just blowing smoke. Quote, when they consistently bill for things they know they can't bill for, that is not a paperwork error, he says, that is fraud. For you to sit up there and say it's a paperwork error, it's no big deal, that's ridiculous to me. Now CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz is stepping in, giving Maine 30 days to explain how the state tracks Maine Care fraud.
We might have another Minnesota on our hands. Health and Human Services investigators released a report on Maine's autism program in which they identified at least $45 million in improper payments. But that's not all. They learned that the program's payouts increased more than 50% in just 4 years. 100% of the claims they examined had problems. And most troubling of all, they discovered that Maine had never conducted a statewide review of its autism program.
Oh my God.
Joining me now, the Maine Wire senior
said 100% of them were, oh my God.
reporter John Featherston. John, you've done a lot of work on this. You've dug into the details. Here's one of your reports. 5-star fraud. Records show home health agency overbilled Maine Care by nearly $400,000 and then just disappeared. What did you find? You visited this facility.
So you got a home health aid whole facility. They bill it, get the dough, pew, out of there.
Well, good morning, Kelly. Always an honor to join you. Thanks for having me. You know, if Washington wants to really plant a flag and clean up fraud, come to Maine. Spend a half a day with me in Portland and Lewiston. I'll even buy lunch, and I'll drive you around, and I'll show you all of these bogus healthcare agencies that are billing Maine Care millions of dollars, and we have to stop calling it fraud, Kaylee.
So you know what they started doing? They started preying on the weak cities and the weak towns and just started doubling down. It's probably the whole same organization, you guys. You know, we killing it over here in Minneapolis. Go try to see what you can do in Maine.
To call it what it really is. It's theft of the American taxpayer dollars, and it's blatant, and it's gross, and it's heinous. And I've gone to over 40 home health care agencies, and they're all shell agencies. I found one human being, and he was playing a video game, but I've never found any others. And there's 140 healthcare agencies in Maine that have Minnesota phone numbers. Now think about that. I mean, it's just rampant fraud in this state. The Mills administration refuses to do anything about it, as they've even dismissed Dr. Oz.
You said all of the main companies got Minnesota phone numbers. Oh man, this is nuts.
Fraud is rampant, and it's rampant because the Democratic-led leadership here has created an NPO network that encourages...
Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those numbers up. I need to see more likes than that, you guys. Hit that like button right now. I see you guys going off in the comments. We over here banging out with this new exclusive information, giving you guys a break at Poland Spring, what it means to steal from Maine. That's so perfect. It just fits so right. Not what it means to be from Maine, but what it means to steal from Maine. I should make one of those shirts because that's about to be real big. I'm gonna put Poland Spring, what it means to steal from Maine. Hey, did you guys see the this and that and that? And this, hoodies, yeah, thank you Liberty and Justice for the idea. Hoodies kind of fire too. I don't know if you saw the graphics, but it's dope. What we got up in here? Some of us glad that Jesse Jackson is gone. Woo, okay, I'm just reading what they said, Jane is on her TO, okay, Jingle Fraud, Jeffrey Spilker, okay, what you got? Mark Dorfman, okay, that's from Miggity, Scam and Soda. Let's keep on going, you guys. Bugatti is telling them what the TV is, and hit those like buttons, you guys. Let's go, Audrey, thank you so much.
encourages fraud, and it looks the other way so they can keep their power here in Maine. And, you know, please get a message to President Trump. Spend a half a day with the Maine Wire in Maine, and we will expose mind-boggling fraud.
Wait,
That is bananas. Are you going to talk about the phone numbers? Go ahead.
just have to linger on something you just said. You visited 40 of these home health facilities. You found one guy playing video games?
That's all we found. And Kaylee, it wasn't one time I got in that they were out getting the mail or running an errand. We've been to them multiple times. We've documented it. The editor-in-chief of the Maine Wire, Steve Robinson, and I have been working on this diligently. We film it.
So it's just another sort of situation like the Leering Centers. Another Leering Center where they ain't doing nothing but leering all the way to the bank, you guys. They leering to maybe that's what leering means. Set up something, fake it out, and then just get money and have people leering at you. Like, what's going on here? Maybe that's what the leering centers mean after all. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen. Yeah, I'm making stuff up. You can't make this shit up. You're right, Black Party. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to, and if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York, even in a blizzard. Yep, if you can make it here right now, you can make it anywhere. Here we have a woman, exquisite woman, I must say, because who's she screaming on? Mom Dami, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy. That's right, Mom Dami. Y'all can take that if you want. Yes, she has some really verbal words that she wanted to say to him. I don't agree with everything she says, but I do feel that that energy is directed towards the right person. And I think the police think the same way as they rush over to her to hold her back. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Again, don't necessarily condone what people are saying, but the energy, it's well needed and well placed.
You know, Mom John, you're a piece of shit.
Let's go.
You didn't even mention that black girl, that black woman that was found in a garbage bag. You didn't even have the respect to make a statement about that black girl's body chopped up in a garbage bag. But if she was a white woman, you would have made a statement. And if she was a Jew, you might have said something too. And shame on your shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself that you didn't have the respect to mention that woman. Michelle Montgomery is her name. And you didn't even have the decency to mention her name and make a statement. Yeah, you ride off, sucker. Ride off.
Everybody ain't vote for Mom Dami, I guess.
That support his raggedy ass need to be ashamed of themselves. Because he don't respect NYCHA people that live in NYCHA. That girl was found in a New York City Housing Authority complex. She didn't live in that building.
I think he was actually with her. Yeah, don't try to call him in. He was actually believing what she was saying. Yeah, like, yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up with that, the audience.
Complex.
Yeah,
She
they had
didn't
to
live in
call
that
him
building.
inside.
She didn't even live in that building. And now they're telling us she fell in a garbage compactor. After they said she was chopped up and found in a bag. She was originally supposedly chopped up. Now they're saying she fell in the compactor. Do that make sense? But they don't have no regards, no respect for black people. And we sit back and we tolerate all this garbage. That's what we do. We don't have no respect for, I feel sorry for black people. I feel sorry for my people. Because these motherfuckers are safer in our neighborhood than we are. They come in our neighborhood and they safer in our neighborhood than we are. They're safer in our neighborhood than we are.
I gotta give you a platform. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all probably ain't want to hear that, but hey, a lot of people did, and he needed that. People are like, they was like, she said, sucker. Look at Casey said, sucker. Nah, compactors don't work that way. All political parties are welcome here. No, those compactors are huge. Joku Hoku said they don't know how to use computers. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What do you guys think about that? I detect no lies from her is what came from Essentials. Yeah, let's keep on moving forward. I like her too, Karen. There you go. The mayor con the black community, says Mark Dorfman. Facts, got it. You know, I know. I told you guys though, but I told you guys what was gonna happen. I told you guys a month ago. Remember, you're gonna remember by one thing that I named it. It was called the Costanza effect. I said I really don't want this to happen, but I got a feeling about the Costanza effect. You know how George Costanza, no matter what he wants, the other thing is gonna happen. Come on, Jerry, you know me. You know better than to think that I'm gonna be able to walk off. You know I've gotta mess this thing up. The Costanza effect. I've said that for months. Did not want this man as our mayor. I prayed for it. And it was like a gut feeling. You know how you really don't want something to happen, but you know it's gonna happen? And it happened. Yeah, man, terrible. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Festivus for the rest of us. Let's keep on moving forward. I call that, and I call that Andrew stuff. It seems like all the BS I can call real good. I'm a real good BS detector, and I'm a very good judge of character as well. Let's keep on moving over to Kenosha County. And if you guys appreciate the content, do me a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I would really appreciate it. We got to get more people over here to see these stories. I need to find some of the sensible people that really can relate and understand about stories like this. I'm tired of all of the Idahoans and all of the Nebraskans and San Francisco and all of the other city migrating here and thinking that they know what the hell's going on in New York. Because y'all don't. I promise you, you don't. You just don't. Do me a favor, you guys, double tap. Let's keep on going. Former teacher, school aide. Here we go, you guys. She got 50 years, but do you think she should get more? I said she. Should a woman get the wood chipper on slow? I want to know. Should a woman get the wood chipper, meat grinder, or the juicer on slow? Y'all gonna have to let me know after this one. She got 50 years and she was crying and says she apologizes for what she did to these preteens, many of them, and manipulated them to the point where they can't even function in school anymore. And she was a teacher's aide. Yeah, I want to know, should they get the same treatment with the meat grinder? Yeah, wood chipper.
A former teacher aide in Kenosha County will be spending the next 50 years in prison.
A judge delivered that sentence for Anna Marie Crocker today. She pled guilty to sex crimes involving 4 young boys. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard has her emotional apology to the victims.
34-year-old Anna Marie Crocker.
I take full responsibility for what has taken place.
A once teacher's aide in Silver Lake, now a convicted child sex offender, in court Tuesday to learn her fate after pleading guilty to multiple crimes.
I am disturbed by the harm and distress along.
Do me a favor, because we need to get stories out like this. We need to be able to tell our children, this is the reason we bother you so much. This is the reason why I leave you with a cell phone. This is the reason I tell you to keep on calling me everywhere that you at. I need to know what's going on with you because I can't even trust the teachers sometimes. Look. And then they be like, okay, Mom, I kind of understand right now. Maybe it'll help somebody understand stuff. And y'all might say it's too heavy to lay on them. It's not too heavy to lay on the child if this is happening to them.
The trauma that you have to endure. I'm deeply sorry that this has caused confusion, pain, and anger, and that you have to live with this the rest of your lives.
Investigators detailed her sex crimes against 4 young boys during Tuesday's sentencing. One, a 12-year-old she forced to have sex with her. Another, a 14-year-old she lured out of his home to sexually assault.
She couldn't help herself. She was juggling all of these boys at the same time.
You heard what she said? She was juggling all these boys at the same time, and you and I don't know who else she did this to, especially since she was preying on them like that. A lot of the men, you don't even hear about doing crazy stuff like this the way that she's doing it. Yeah, trying to make it normalized. Look at Jordan, you're right. That teacher couldn't, that's right. Well, are you crazy? 12-year-old what? She didn't, she's a weirdo. How is this possible? There you go, Karen. Thank you, pay attention. Let's see what's going on over here. She was juggling them, exactly. But these are kids, you messing up their minds. They ain't ready for that. My teacher doing this? Lord knows what she was doing. Think about it.
A court's order prohibited the recording of the victims and their families, but one mother told the judge, quote, "This person destroyed my son's psyche and loving and caring spirit." That family moving out of state as a result of Crocker's actions. Crocker, a mother of 4 herself, pleading for a lighter sentence.
Bus driver tried to get me. Woman out here doing this stuff too. Damn.
I'm asking for mercy and compassion, even though I understand this.
Somebody said, oh, now she sounds sad and concerned. BS, exactly. Somebody said, what, rusty wood chipper, a schizo nympho. Yeah, that sounds about right. I like that one right there. That's a good
Seriousness.
The judge ultimately handing down 51 and a half years of incarceration.
She sought out children, she used children, and she took advantage of children.
Crocker showing little emotion as she now heads to prison for the next half century.
Somebody, Winter said, I'm sorry, but I would have been, I would have been on assault charges. Yes, mother of 4. You heard that? You heard that? Yeah. Mothers in prison with kids ain't gonna like her.
Crocker will be in her 80s by the time this sentence runs out. She must also now register as a sex offender for the rest of her life. Reporting in Kenosha, Hannah Hilliard, WISN 12 News.
And that's why I ask for those likes, because what people don't explain to you guys is they be like, oh, hit that like button, share and subscribe. Nah, man, explain why. When you hit the like button, YouTube gets all of that. Oh my God, well, there's a lot of likes going on over here. Let's send up a notification, and the notification to be the header. And then if people see it, they come over here and check it out and see what's going on. I really like getting those stories out. And I'm gonna keep on sticking to the part where I say, I think we need to use those videos as far as like learning tools, because if it's happening, we need to be able to use it and show it to them. That's our reason why we're telling you what we do. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Georgia, Macon. They got a wave of unfire, rocks Macon. I'm talking about 4 or 5 people down and out, and it's happening ridiculously. I know we don't go to many different places, and it's a very small place, but Macon is making a lot of news for all the wrong reasons. Let's get on over to Macon, Georgia, you guys. Check this out. It's not good. Come on, open up and let's go.
Tonight, 4 people are dead after a wave of shootings in Macon Saturday into the overnight hours of Sunday. In the past 24 hours, 9 people in total were reportedly shot across 5 separate incidents. Around 10:30 Saturday night, a 25-year-old man was shot on Florence Avenue. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Just after midnight, a second shooting on Key Street left 3 people injured, including a 7-year-old boy. About an hour later, a 17-year-old boy was shot along Holt Avenue and was also taken to the hospital. Then just after 3:30 Sunday morning, deputies responded to a shooting on Mosley Avenue, where they found 3 men dead at the scene. The majority of these incidents happening within a 2-mile radius in West Macon, in neighborhoods off of Pinono Avenue and Mercer University Drive near Eisenhower Parkway. And today, a 5th shooting off of Dewey Street in South Bibb left a 55-year-old woman hospitalized. Investigators say the victim was in her car when shots rang out. She's currently in stable condition. The Bibb Sheriff's Office is investigating each of these cases. Hunter King shares what we know so far tonight.
A wave of violence swept through West Macon Saturday night into Sunday. The first shooting happened on Florence Avenue. 35-year-old Chavez Adams was shot and later died at the hospital, but that was just the beginning. After midnight, 3 people were shot on Key Street, including a 7-year-old boy. All 3 survived. And an hour and a half later, a 17-year-old was shot on Holt Avenue. He's expected to be okay. At 3:30 in the morning, deputies arrived at Mosley and Cedar Avenues and found 3 men dead. And now the most recent, a shooting near Pionona Avenue and Dewey Street just after 2:30 this afternoon, where a woman was shot in her car.
It breaks my heart because it's the same story. It takes a village to raise our children, and our village is scattered.
New Piney Grove Baptist Church sits just feet away from the triple homicide. And this morning, Pastor Scruggs stood before his congregation.
That's the village I'm getting out of. I'm getting my stuff and getting up out of there like Jed and the Hillbillies. I'm leaving if I'm broke. I'm walking out of there.
Including a member who had just lost her nephew in the violence and said he was tired of telling the same story.
And now we're in 2026 and I'm seeing the same thing. And consequently, it has gotten worse.
And somebody in the comments says they don't have the pows as much in the UK. They do stills nabbings. We cover the UK as well. I already know what you're talking about. Keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and let's get those likes up. We got to go over to New Jersey now. That's right. We're everywhere. Let's go to New Jersey. And it happened again, you guys. And be careful wherever you go, especially when you're using the bathroom in a public area, because you never know something like this can happen. We've reported this same story 3 different states, 3 different months. Not even probably 3 months. It probably was the last 2.5 months. Yeah, we got another one, you guys. This one is in Gino's barber shop. A barber has been arrested after doing what? Leaving a camera, a hidden camera, in the bathroom. Many people go in this bathroom, and yeah, you know, he got locked up, and I hope he don't get out. Watch your head. Yeah. He need to go ahead and get locked up. It's time for that. It was time for it, y'all. Y'all know it was time for it. Let's go.
This barbershop here in Mantua, New Jersey, is where police say they found that hidden camera inside of the bathroom. Now, the barbershop was closed today to customers, but open for those who had appointments previously. We spoke to some customers.
Thanks for all the gifts. Thank you. And if anybody went to this barbershop, I'm sorry, but I need the story to get out, because there could be more victims that had their information on camera with this creep right here.
Customers who say they've been going to this barbershop for years. They were shocked by these allegations.
My son has been to the barbershop several times, which also concerns me. And it's too close to home.
Customers of Gino's barbershop are stunned to learn an employee was arrested, accused of hiding a secret camera in the shop's bathroom. Police say 55-year-old Richard Dorman, a barber at the shop, was arrested Friday. He is now facing multiple charges, including invasion of privacy.
We used to see that person in the barbershop when we went there several times.
Now he look like he been there for a while, like an old regular man that you're not going to expect to do nothing. Yeah, y'all. How long you think that camera been in there? If he been living there, if he been working there that long?
We never would have pictured.
Customers who asked not to be identified say their biggest concern is how long the camera may have been there.
Those are my major concerns, and to hopefully definitely get some answers.
Police say the camera was discovered by the shop's owner, who reported it to Mantua police. Officers went to the business and searched Dorman's home and his electronic devices. We went to the suspect's home today, but no one answered. Officials say the spy camera was placed inside the bathroom on multiple occasions.
A spy camera.
I have been in the bathroom in there. It's a smaller bathroom. But I would never think that there was a camera in there because how small a bathroom it is.
Investigators are now trying to determine how many possible victims there could be and are asking anyone with information about the case or suspect to call police. Jonathan says he is concerned not only for himself, but for other customers.
It's something I guess you would never expect at a small town barbershop where everybody has been getting their haircuts for years.
I would expect it anywhere that there's a bathroom at this point. Anywhere that there's a bathroom at this point, I'm expecting there to be a creep or an employee or maybe even a boss, like looking around like this. Do I really have to use the bathroom? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's keeping it creepy, sorry to say. It's time, y'all. Let's go. We got to get into the rest of this interrogation of Les Wexner. He was asked if David Georgian told him anything about his visit to Epstein in jail. Also asked if he knew anything about the predominant people like Howard Lutnick. That's right, you guys. Howard Lutnick, who's in the Trump administration. Notice the questions that they're about to start asking Les Wexner. And I think that they're getting all of this information together for a reason, because Les, they probably going to be building up a case against you, Mr. Old Man.
If you were to recognize the difference in accents.
Yeah, maybe. And respect to those other figures who I mentioned, did you ever see or become aware of any prominent academic figures or this so-called Sultan of Dubai or Howard Lutnick or any other notable person being introduced to young women by either Epstein or Maxwell?
Well, I've never met Howard Lutnick. I just didn't know his name. until he became popular or, in the news.
Yeah, his name's extensively in the
Yeah, so
like your own.
But anyway, I just never heard his name.
He said your name is. He said his name is extensively in there, like your own.
Didn't know him. Some of the people that were on that list, I knew their names, and some of them introduced themselves to me.
But that wasn't his question.
I understand. Wasn't it? No. Oh. Because you asked me, I thought you asked him, but I knew the same.
Any other of those prominent individuals, were you aware that either Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell was facilitating introductions or contact between those individuals and
They said they asking information in this interrogation. Hopefully, Howard, to not build the case against you, because you're not going to be able to do no time. They must be going to be putting him in a senior living facility. They're talking about locking him up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now the stark difference between the Epstein files abroad and in the U.S. is much different. As you guys see, they're not even playing around with locking up royalty out there. As soon as they found out, Andrew, watch your head. He was crying and everything came back like this. Oh my God, cheerio, good sir, what's going on? They locked Andrew up, how my grandmother used to say it, faster than the cat can lick his ass. She used to be like, boy, that boy can lie fast as a cat can lick his ass. And get real fast when it comes to them cats, no pun intended. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I want you guys to see what's going on with this. And the $35 million settlement with the survivors when it has to come down to the Jeffrey Epstein estate. They're looking to try to cash out with $35 million right now, and it seems like they're going to get it. They probably already settled for it as well.
We're tracking the intensifying fallout over the content of the Epstein files released to date, including the renewed focus for some form of justice for survivors. The co-executors of the late sex offender's estate have agreed to—
And you're right, that was absolutely disgusting. You should not be laughing and giggling, especially with the claims that Virginia said about you. That's probably why they're doing that, though, you guys. You got to understand, even though his lawyer's there, they're asking him certain questions to try to substantiate what they already have proof of. And if they can really make sure that they got their proof that he did anything, it's going to get worse for Mr. Les Wexner.
to settle a lawsuit filed by survivors in February.
But if you do appreciate the show, it's about time for me to jump out in front of the camera and say, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become a member if you really want to be down. I want to be down with what you're going through. Over at HOBL every single day, that's what we do. Trending topics, current events, or hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. Let's keep it going, you guys.
2024, accusing them of aiding Epstein's alleged sex trafficking operation for nearly 2 decades for $35 million. Epstein's lawyer, Darren Endike, and his accountant, Richard Kahn, were named co-executors of Epstein's estate 2 days before the convicted sexual predator died in jail in 2019.
They became the executives of his estate 2 days. Y'all heard that, right? 2 days before he was no longer here. Let's make sure we go ahead and get that from the horse's mouth again so that we don't have any interruptions.
Executors of Epstein's estate 2 days before the convicted sexual predator died in jail in 2019. Endike and Kahn's lawyer said in a statement that neither of the co-executors has made any admission of or concession of misconduct.
That's right, because you're trying to have that money so you can keep on handling the estate. Because when you handle the estate, there's a fee for handling the estate.
They are paying $35 million. This comes after a historic moment for the British royal family. Former Prince Andrew was arrested and released by UK police on Thursday on suspicion of misconduct in public office. And to be clear, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's arrest is not related to the sexual misconduct allegations tied to Epstein.
Y'all see that face? That boy is a shook one. When they lock you up on your birthday and you just turned 66, you wake up in the morning like, you know that commercial? And then they got the nice crystallization, like, you wake up in the morning, it's 66 years old, and then all of a sudden it turns into Johnny Sack's house where Tony Soprano threw that 38 and got up out of there. All of a sudden you see people running, jumping over stuff, Tony going through backyards, But in this case, it was Andrew's house. And it was the French police and the police, I'm sorry, there was the police coming to lock him up. And it was on his birthday. They kept him for 11 hours, interrogated him. That's the face of that right now, on your birthday. Woo!
Epstein and his accomplice, convicted sex offender Ghislaine Maxwell. Last year, the former prince was stripped of his titles over his ties to Epstein. He's denied any wrongdoing, though he settled a lawsuit.
Somebody said he got that don't trust the fart face.
With Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre, who accused him of sexual abuse and assault in February 2020. Trump was asked about the arrest of Andrew on Thursday and whether we could see arrest in the United States. Here's what he said.
Do you think people in this country at some point, associates of Jeffrey Epstein, will wind up in handcuffs too?
Well, you know, I'm the expert in a way because I've been totally exonerated. That's very nice. I can actually speak about it very nicely. I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family. It's a very, very sad. To me, it's a very sad thing.
Christy Greenberg is still with us.
No, Christy, I appreciate your homegirl, but I need to know where Sarah at. I need to know where Sarah at. Sarah, Sarah, what happened to you and Andrew? Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. Yeah, you know what Sarah did? She said, you know what, it's pretty hot out here, so I'm about to take my luggage and I'm going over to the Emirates. That's right, she's at the Emirates, you guys, visiting friends. She's been all over the globe now because she's trying to stay out of the hellfire, you know? Where is former Princess and Prince Andrew's wife, Sarah Ferguson? She seems to be laying low at this time on the other side of the world. That's right, you guys. Andrew, where he back was, she's not only temporary, and they're basically coming up with more time, and she's trying to really, you know, push herself away from the situation. Let's see where Sarah's at right now, see what's going on with her.
Prince Andrew faces potential imprisonment. There's no sign of his ex-wife.
Why haven't we seen her, and how is she taking all of this?
According to reports, Fergie is laying low on the other
Fergie said, I'm out of here.
side of the world in the United Arab Emirates.
She packed her bags and started to go visit friends all over the world. And she's trying to stay under the radar.
Fergie has not been accused of any wrongdoing, but Epstein was her financial advisor. And
somebody said Trump said nothing about justice for the victims, but he said sad for the criminals. Ooh. Somebody said Sarah might be a little goofy. Did you see the fight yesterday? Yeah, I did. Damn, I'm up. Damn, he know he messed up. You see that face. Casey said he looked like that he got that don't trust the fart face. I never heard of that one, but I love it. Don't trust a fart face.
helped finance her lifestyle.
Fergie is probably legally in the clear, but when it comes to public perception, she's never going to be able to work again.
Today, Andrew is reportedly back at the farmhouse in the countryside where he lives with his 7 dogs, including the 2 corgis he inherited when his mother, Queen Elizabeth, died.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you probably get a little bit of pass, like 1% over here, Andrew, but you can't get no more, bro. Let's get the rest.
That photograph of him looking shell-shocked and slumped over in the back seat of a car following his release from
I couldn't pass this up.
Police custody is splashed across the cover of just about every newspaper in Britain today, and even the world. Andrew arrested, downfall, now he's sweating.
And I told you guys, y'all didn't believe me. I told you I'm the one that predicted Andrew. I was like, yo, Andrew gonna get locked up. So he got locked up, right? Now they let him go. This is the scary part. If you ever been arrested by the police and they send you to the precinct and they ask questions, you should actually be scared if they let you go. Because that means they building a case on you, and the next time they come in and get you, they're going to have all of their T's lined up and all of their I's dotted. I'm telling you right now, that's what he's thinking about. As he's in that car like this, why did you let me go? I'm so surprised. Oh, what can I, and he can't go nowhere because he ain't got no money. Oh my God, let's keep on going, y'all. Where's Sarah at though? Where is the original Fergie? Not the one from Black Eyed Peas, that's what she got a name from. Where's the original Fergie at?
We've learned that he was fingerprinted and was subjected to a DNA swab. His mugshot was also taken, like a common criminal, according to one report.
The conditions there were very basic, unlike...
Somebody said I thought he couldn't sweat. You should have took a picture of that. That's a nice screenshot right there. You see that sweat bead coming down, right?
Like anything he's ever experienced in his life, and is certainly something that he will not want to experience again.
He was finally released from custody after enduring 11 hours of questioning. The photographer who took that now iconic photograph is speaking out. He says he had seconds to react as the SUV taking Andrew home left the police station. He clicked 6 times as the car sped past. The result? A snapshot that will go down in history.
You ain't never lie, because that's going to be the header for tomorrow. It's going to be like this. And the funny thing about it, the main part about it is the eyes and the teeth, because that tells it all. His eyes is like bulging out his head, and his teeth are like, he got the jolly good, and you don't say, why they let me out? And he can't talk to nobody in the front because he don't want them knowing under the business. So he got to be in there like a deaf mute unless his lawyer's in there and he can talk to them. But he still don't want them drivers to hear what's going on either. Because you know that ear hustling, that turns into a book and a big payday for somebody. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Somebody said, yo, they keep showing that picture. That's the money shot right there. You know how much money that man probably got paid for that photo? He's licensing that photo out to all of those different, those other different platforms. He making some bread right now. Let's keep on going forward. And you go ahead and try to make a meme out of it, Miss Swanza. Throw it in one of those apps and see what pops up. Let's keep on moving forward. Like I said, we got some mediocre man job. Matter of fact, let's get up off of that. That's enough. Let's get on over to New Mexico. We got to get serious right now. We've been talking about this for a while, and I do believe that there may be something that maybe needs to be unearthed in New Mexico. We got the representative Stansbury who speaks strongly about President Trump and says that if the prince can be arrested, so can a president. Ooh. Told you we play all sides of the coin over here.
And speaking of the UK, this week we saw the monarchy plunged into an unprecedented crisis, the biggest since the abdication of the Nazi sympathising King Edward VIII. The arrest of the man formerly known as Prince Andrew on suspicion of misconduct in public office shocked the world, and it appears to have stupefied Andrew too, given his shell-shocked appearance in the back of the car after he was released from custody. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor became the first senior member of the royal family in modern history to be arrested. The last one was 377 years ago. Jesus. Now, this arrest is not about his tawdry antics with women, with or without Jeffrey Epstein, but it follows a series of allegations prompted by the release of the Epstein files, which allegedly show that Andrew shared official documents with the convicted pedophile, including reports from trade visits and a confidential briefing on investment in Afghanistan as well.
So that's what they got him for. Trade and secrets, information he was not supposed to be sharing with Jeffrey Epstein.
As passing a Treasury briefing to a personal business contact. Following the unprecedented arrest, we had an unprecedented statement from King Charles who said, "Let me state clearly, the law must take its course." One can only hope Andrew's interview with the police went a little better than his performance on the BBC a few years ago, where his dishonesty was almost comical.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have a bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was, yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at, and I simply, it was almost impossible for me to sweat.
Oh boy, yeah, okay. He's saying if the song come on, it's getting hot in here, he won't have to take off all his clothes because he doesn't sweat. Even though we just saw. That's why I like certain people right here. Y'all just know what's about to happen, and y'all can almost, what do you call it? Figure out what's about to happen. I'm sorry, forecast what was coming up in the next clip. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a little bit more on this topic because you know what Jeffrey Epstein was doing before anybody? He was hiring trolls ahead of their time to clean up what was being said about him on the internet. One of the workers explains how it works. And this is crazy. I'm talking about this guy was really ahead of himself. He was like really trying to go out there and scrub the internet and spending the money to do it too. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Where we at with this right here? With the trolls. There we go.
When Junjun applied for a job at a public relations agency in Manila, he was aware he'd be promoting politicians and was fine with it. But he says his employer wasn't upfront about the
I also want you to see what trolls get paid for. What is important to espionage and spying, all of that stuff overseas. If I can infiltrate, I get a certain price. If I get a certain amount of followers, I get a certain price. Just from being a troll, it's a very lucrative job. Watch this.
extent of the work, which he later realized was essentially being an online troll.
Para sa akin, yung trolling kasi is intentional siya.
Trolling is intentional work. When I was a troll, I deliberately spread disinformation and kept amplifying them. We'd get cash bonuses when we were able to attract many followers on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And when our content and comments get a lot of engagement.
Junjun has left the company, but asked us to hide his identity for fear of reprisal. Many of their clients, he says, were powerful figures, just as the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was in 2010 when he hired the team in the Philippines to clean up online references about his criminal past. One of the emails released by the U.S. Department of Justice indicates an intense battle with people who undo the team's edits on Epstein's Wikipedia page. Another email suggests some progress 2 months later, when the words pedophile and jail no longer appeared as top results for Epstein.
You see that? They kept on working and working and working so that those words wouldn't associate as top results for Jeffrey Epstein. He paid them to do it. They just proved it.
The Philippines' customer contact and IT services sector has boomed over the past 2 decades, and that's resulted in the development of swanky financial districts like this. But workers here don't just cater to customer complaints.
Somebody says Jane was hired as an online troll. Thank you so much, Jordan, for the $5 super chat. You funny, Jordan.
In more recent years, some of these offices have turned into so-called troll farms that serve both local and foreign clients. Experts say the work outsourced by Epstein may not have been called trolling back then, but could be considered a precursor.
Essentially, what disinformation campaigns now, what they do is to whitewash, right? To scrub the internet off from any negative publicity of a candidate and instead populate the information ecosystem with very positive messaging.
So they flip it. They take away the bad information and start populating the internet with very positive messages about a candidate as well.
Misleading and false content have also evolved, from video narratives such as Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s family's 400,000 metric tons of gold to seemingly coordinated comments like those celebrating the death of a judge of the International Criminal Court.
It happens, you guys. All they got to do is put it in play, let the bots go. They got people that they paying and they get the results that they need. Yes, he's been doing it for a long time. Yes, if you appreciate the content and information you're not getting from anywhere else, because who else told you that he was scrubbing his name and going overseas? Nowhere, nobody. I would really appreciate all the money in your pocket right now. Give it up. Stick them up. Nah, I'm kidding. Because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I'll try to take it in a form of likes. I would really appreciate it, you guys. Let's get those likes up to get more people, get some fat on their brain, as the late, great Pimp C would say. And thank you for all of the gems and the jewels, too. We appreciate everything over here. We got to get on over to Washington, D.C., right? Woodbridge, uicide situation where 4 people, including a 2-year-old, is no longer with us, you guys. Sad situation, but we got to report it. Come on over here, you guys. Let's see what's going on. Washington, you've been doing pretty good. Sad that you couldn't get past this situation right here. Let's go. Let me get that out the way. Boom. And let's go right here.
Breaking discovery in Woodbridge. A child is among 4 people found stabbed to death inside of a home on Vail Court. Police say they believe this is a murder-suicide. Let's get to Fox 5's Regina Ureta near the home tonight.
Yeah, and what happened here was absolutely tragic and even more horrifying to hear that of those 4 bodies, one of them was a 2-year-old boy.
Hallelujah.
Now, we've been talking to some of the neighbors who lived close to that family's home where the
Karen.
killings happened, and many of them had the same reaction, that they didn't really know the family. They kind of kept to themselves, they were private, but there was never anything unusual coming from that house, and yet what we're hearing is just absolutely horrifying.
That was an innocent child that had a full life ahead of him, and somebody took it. To me, that's wrong. As for the adults, I don't know what their personal situations were, what would make somebody do that. And I hope I never find out.
And here's video of this morning. The house blocked off with crime tape as police officers and investigators crowded the home. Authorities are calling this case a suspected murder-suicide. The initial call came just after 8 a.m. Officers were called to the 3400 block of Vale Court for a reported stabbing. According to Prince William County Police, when officers arrived, they found 4 bodies with stab wounds, including that young child. The presumed suspect is being identified as a woman in her 30s. Again, she was also found dead inside the home, along with 2 other adult family members, a man and then a woman in her 70s believed to be the grandmother. There was a survivor. That 5th person is believed to be the grandparent of the child. Police say he was in the basement at that time. When he got to the upstairs, that's when he found the bodies and called 911. Investigators say the violence was contained within the home and there is no ongoing threat to the community. Police have also recovered a weapon, but again, back out here as of right now, there's still an investigation for what sort of unfolded, what the motive is, and we'll keep you guys updated with more details as we learn more.
Yep, that's what I do too. As soon as I learn more, because we breaking it as it comes in, and we're gonna let you guys know what happens with this. I really would appreciate we get this information out to more people. And yes, I want to be careful about the people that you let in your homes. We talk about that all the time. Even family members, you guys. Want to pray for every single person that lost their life in this tragic event, as well as the 2-year-old. I mean, when it comes down to the baby that never even had a chance to live his life or to grow up, it's a very tragic event when you think about stuff like that. Many of us, 2 years old, we can still reflect back to them. It just sucks that he can't enjoy the life and the happiness of a baby, a toddler, going to school and experience life. I want to pray for every single person that lost their life in this event and anyone who has been affected. Amen. Just got to keep on moving forward, you guys. And you know, I hate breaking stories like that, especially when it comes down to the children. Happens to be top news. Indiana, we got the governor that issues a disturbing warning. And what's going on with this? It's about another accident on the road involving a semi. Illegal immigrant, 25 years old, kicked out of the country when he was young, wound up coming back, and yes, driving a semi, someone lost their life in this tragic event as well. Sorry guys, have to get it out. Keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Indy. Let's go.
We'll take a look. That was the scene in Hendricks County, Indiana on Wednesday when multiple vehicles smashed in after a semi-truck driver and an Indian illegal immigrant allegedly ran a red light, killing another driver. That Indian illegal immigrant, his name is Singh Sukhdeep. He was caught and released at the border in 2018. It was during the first Trump administration. He was a child at the time, a minor. The crash Wednesday is the second one in the state this month involving an illegal immigrant. So for more, let's bring in Indiana Governor Mike Braun, my governor of the great state of Indiana, the Hoosier state. Welcome to the program. So I'll just ask you about this because the Department of Homeland Security was asked why this guy was let into the country, and they blamed the 1993 Flores consent decree, which they say orders the DHS to release minors into the country if they cross the border illegally. But should he have been driving? Should he have gotten his CDL? And are you changing anything from here on out?
So most of that issue has been with the CDLs that they've been handing out like through a slot machine out in California. But it shows how that can happen anywhere. And I don't know where he got a CDL, but I've authorized the state police to be ramping up just routine traffic stops. And we're finding enough of it to where when we do vet the drivers, they are not documented properly. And the other complicating thing is documents. They're so good at faking them, you don't even know. But this is cropping up enough. Most of it has come from states that weren't really interested about the rigor of what you do to get a CDL. It shows it can happen anywhere, and now we've had 2 fatal incidents in our own state.
No, not only that, but you're forgetting the CDL schools, and that's why yesterday we heard from Los Angeles and overall that they're going to be doing it where these schools are no longer permitted to just say, hey, this person can drive, and we want to give them a license. Nope, still got to go through the DMV, and it has to be an English application that you fill out, as well as a test. And I'm hoping that they can understand road signs, because they had nothing to say about that in the last report, or how many people understood the English language. Because a lot of times when we show these videos, you see the person get pulled over, and they don't even understand the language of the officer that's speaking to them. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got to go to Baltimore, where we finally got a different type of story. People got locked up for selling D-rugs and much more. Finally, you guys, another type of story. I'm glad it's nothing about no one else getting hurt. Let's get on over to Baltimore, where more than 200 violent arrests and multiple federal indictments fill the Baltimore crime crackdown. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. We all over with it today. It's Monday. Let's go.
Attorney for the District of Maryland, alongside City State's Attorney Ivan Bates, have announced hundreds of arrests of violent fugitives and a takedown across greater Baltimore. First on Fox 45's Alexa Ashwell spoke with Bates today. She joins us live with how he says the federal and state partnership is helping drive down crime in the city. Alexa.
Hope so.
Yes, that's right. Bates stressed the importance of federal, state, and local collaboration when it comes to driving down crime here in the city.
Operation Baltimore Safeguard.
Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates on the 11-day takedown back in January involving federal, state, and local partners. 239 violent fugitives arrested, 8 for homicide, 12 for attempted murder, 18 robbery, 108 assault, 26 drug-related offenses, and 13 for weapons-related violations.
Good work.
6 fugitives were identified as gang associates. Federal prosecutors going after some members for MS-13 gang-affiliated crimes, according to the U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland. At least 4 firearms, 869 grams of narcotics also seized, and in total, 264 outstanding warrants cleared.
The federal authorities, they have the resources going out. They picked up over 200 and some violent offenders, many arrest warrants, getting drugs and guns off the street. It was absolutely, truly remarkable.
Bates stressing the importance of the federal-state collaboration when it comes to driving down crime in
I tell you, if anywhere needs it, it's Baltimore. Baltimore's so bad, they made a show about it. You guys remember The Wire.
Baltimore. Bates working heavily with current Maryland U.S. Attorney Kelly Hayes' predecessor, Eric Barron.
Eric Barron and I had a really good friendship and relationship, and with the U.S. Attorney Hayes, we also have a very good working relationship.
Law enforcement experts have stressed federal charges tend to ensure better consequences, including more predictable and harsher sentences.
And they stick, and they do the majority of their time. When it's a federal crime, they do like 90% of the time. When it's state, sometimes they do like 70 or 30%, and then they put them out on parole for the rest of the time. That's why you be like, yo, you already out? Yeah, man, I got to do like 4 years on parole, 5 years on parole. Yeah, that's what that back end number means. You get 10 to 20, you come out in like 10 years, and now you got 10 more years or 20 more years on parole. That's what that second number means. Let's keep on moving forward. Thank you for the, love this for our city for sure. I love it too, because if it helps out and it helps the kids getting back and forth to school, I love to see that. Also, when I was in Baltimore, they had what's called functioning addicts. I mean, these people are actually like the post office man, the bus driver, that actually the people knew that they were on these D-rugs, but the fact of the matter is there's so many people that were on it, they had them where it was like functioning. As long as they go to a program, or as long as they adhering to what they have to do, they would still be able to keep their jobs. It's the first place I ever heard about something like that happening, which is why I can still remember it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because when you get hungry, sometimes you want to eat meat, sometimes you want to eat vegetables, sometimes you want to eat Pasta, 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 pasta for yes, pasta, you guys. We're gonna get into it. We did rice. Matter of fact, we did water. We did rice. Now it's time to get into what? The 5 pastas. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and change the word of what they put there. The 5 pastas to possibly avoid. All right? 5 pastas, and I'm sure you've been eating them for all your life. You're gonna be surprised when you find out the differences in what they're doing with the pastas. You learned about rice yesterday and how they get stripped of, how rice gets stripped of nutrients, right? And they try to put that stuff back in a sort of a, nutrient sort of way with GMOs or whatever, which is not a good way to do it. Today, same sort of setup, a little deeper, and we're talking about pasta. And these are the 5 pastas that, and again, I put possibly, you may want to avoid. Let's go. The ingredients contain niacin, diamond mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, thurfurous sulfate. Those are the synthetic vitamins that actually get added back after processing translation. The original durum wheat, that's right, durum wheat is what's refined to remove the brand's germs, and then they synthetically add the chemicals back. That is why we get all sorts of different elements inside of our rices and our pastas. Because of what? Because of the cleaning processes. We learned yesterday a lot of times that, what is it? If you have to wash your rice 30 times, you might as well get rid of it because you know it's bad, it's broken pieces, it's a bunch of starch and all sorts of arsenic probably in there. So today, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a baseline of what we're supposed to be eating and the levels so that we get an understanding. Because like I said, everything may not have to be shut down, but at least we understand what's in these products, what we need to avoid, because if you keep eating something a lot, the levels will probably keep on going up and it's not good for you. Could probably lead to cancer or worse things. We're getting into the 5 pastas right now. Let's keep on moving forward. I'm ready to go. We're gonna go to number 1. That's ALDI, Priano, Forfafel, budget-friendly ALDI, conventional special shapes. So when you see those little bow ties, the little ALDIs, they're really attractive and they're really cute. And if they're a good quality bow tie, they're actually gonna hold up. But sometimes when they don't mill it correctly and they use the wrong process, it doesn't hold up. So when you're trying to make the bow tie, it splits or it cracks in half. A lot of different things. Damaged pasta is brittle. Let's keep on moving forward. It snaps in the box. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're gonna get into another name. That was ALDI. Now we're gonna go to another name that you may know, which is SANGIORGIO. They said it snaps in the box. Broken shells when you open the packages. Farfafel arrives damages, and the pasta is brittle. We got BANZA, who's another one. I'm sorry, BANZA. That's another one. You may want to pick up BANZA because you're thinking it's good because it's made of chickpeas, right? But it's got a lot of added starches to retain the body. And it cannot be saved or reheated because it's chickpea processed processed pasta. Keep on going forward. One that you know and you didn't even know it was something that you probably don't want to eat anymore, or you might want to possibly avoid. Barilla. It's the most popular pasta in America. Uses Teflon dyes instead of bronze dyes. That's that plastic intrusion instead of metal bronze dyes. Creates a rough texture like Velcro. Teflon dyes create a smooth, shiny, plastic-like surface that makes sauce slide off. You want the grippy pasta so that pasta can hold on to that sauce. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know too much about pasta, but any Italians in here, if you guys know what I'm talking about, we're gonna get to the good guys as well. I'm talking about the ones that are, mamma mia. You guys probably let me know. If you heard of these brands before, we're gonna go through them. The ones that you should eat that are good for you. Believe it or not, Meullers. It's been around for many years and they have not compromised their original recipe. Even after they've been sold, they kept the same recipe. It's a traditional pasta. Is a food company and has a great texture that holds sauce. Anybody use Meullers Meullers pasta. I use Meullers myself. I'm glad that I've been using the right stuff. Keep on moving forward. We've got a nice high-end or middle-end called, and it's an Italian style, and it's a company called Cecco, Dececco. Has a great pasta, and it still has the family recipe. Durum wheat, semolina, and water. That's all they use, and they process it in a great way, not refined. It's old age processing. And we got one out of New York. That's right. When I saw that, I said, what? You mean to tell me we got a pasta being made out of New York and it's a high-end pasta? Had to jump all on that. And it's being made out of Brooklyn. It's called Sfoglini. It's an artisan pasta, American crafted pasta at its finest, and it's made right in Brooklyn, New York. I give you guys the context so that you know what we're looking at. It's time to get into this as long as we can. Let's get into this is not pasta. This is not real pasta, even though the box says it.
Brand you're buying might be extruded through plastic dyes instead of bronze, enriched with synthetic vitamins instead of real semolina, or owned by corporations that destroyed the recipe the day they bought it. I spent weeks investigating America's pasta brands, and what I found will make you put that blue box back on the shelf. In the next 15 minutes, I'm exposing exactly which 5 pasta brands are lying to you. By the end, you'll know exactly which pasta to avoid and what 5 brands actually deserve space in your pantry. Let's start with the pasta villains. That cheerful Italian import with 100 years of heritage, the Made in Italy label that suggests authenticity, the 100% durum wheat semolina claim printed right on the front. Colavita looks like everything premium pasta should be, until you read past the marketing. Colavita started in Meullers, Italy, over a century ago as a family olive oil business. They expanded into pasta in the 1990s, betting Americans would pay premium prices for anything with an Italian flag on the box. The strategy worked brilliantly.
Makes sense.
Consumers see imported from Italy and assume they're getting authentic Italian quality.
True.
They're not getting what they think. Yes, it's made from durum wheat semolina. Yes, it's produced in Italy, but here's the deception. The ingredient list contains niacin, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, and ferrous sulfate. Those are synthetic B vitamins added back after processing. Translation: the original durum wheat was refined to remove the bran and germ, then synthetic vitamins were chemically added back to replace what processing destroyed.
We don't ever want that. Even though it sounds good because they're trying to put it back, you have to listen to the first word. Synthetic properties are being put back. Still fake.
This is the American enrichment model wearing an Italian costume. Real Italian pasta doesn't add synthetic vitamins. They just use whole durum wheat and call it a day. Rusticella doesn't add vitamins.
Okay, we're cheating early. Rusticella. That's right. When I saw that, I said, let me write that down. And it's on the list. Rusticella, you guys can eat this if you want the good quality pasta. And remember, you see that the way it's processed is very important.
Cecco doesn't add vitamins. They don't need to because their wheat wasn't stripped and rebuilt in a laboratory. The irony is brutal. You're paying premium prices for imported Italian pasta, assuming you're getting authentic quality. What you're actually getting is refined flour with petroleum-derived thiamine mononitrate added back. The Italian company is selling to the American market, and Americans expect enhanced nutrition from synthetic fortification. So Colavita complies, adds the vitamins, and charges you premium prices for the privilege. For families who chose Colavita thinking imported from Italy meant
the processing is cost effective. Who said that? Is the processing cost effective? It's cost effective if you have like a company where you're trying to make multiple or a whole bunch of pasta and you're trying to just get it out there to supply maybe like a Walmart or maybe just keep it churning to get it out there. Of course, that means you have to move faster and you have to process it and refine it. But if you're some of these companies that we're gonna go to, they don't care about all that. Just like the rice companies we showed you guys, how they let their rice sit around and they let it dry naturally. Same processes for the pastas. And when you see this pasta, this one that's curled a certain way, I'm going to look for this pasta today in the blizzard. I'm going to find this pasta, and I promise you, I will eat this pasta. Because the way it looks, I just can't believe it. Let's keep on moving forward.
Unprocessed quality, you paid extra for synthetic vitamins. For anyone avoiding processed foods, this is processed with an Italian accent. At $2.50 per pound, you're funding Italian heritage marketing wrapped around American food science.
Got you.
Budget-friendly ALDI. Convenient specialty shapes. Cute farfall for the kids. Bulk downsizing that appears like the same product in a smaller package. Then you cook it and watch it disintegrate in the pot. ALDI changed manufacturers about 2 years ago. Simultaneously, they
look how the bow ties changed to mush.
Downsized from 16-ounce boxes to 12-ounce boxes, and switched from boxed format to bagged format. The new manufacturer can't maintain structural integrity. Reddit is filled with complaints. Farfall just disintegrates. Even pulling shy of al dente, they fall to pieces. Penny and fettuccine happened to me. This isn't user error, this is dough formulation failure. Farfall requires structural integrity. Those little bow tie pinches need to hold together under boiling water.
Where'd this come from?
It's making common sense. That's why I love this. And somebody said we need to stay away from science when it's time to make food. You make a lot of sense. Leave the science out of making food and let's just farm, process, go back to the way it needs to be done. And us, we need to stop just eating that processed crap. That's why I want to keep on educating us on what the processes are.
ALDI's new manufacturer is cutting costs somewhere in the drying process or the semolina quality, and the result is pasta that shreds mid-cooking. The pattern is clear. Manufacturer change plus downsizing equals quality collapse. They're not downsizing for your convenience. They're downsizing because the new manufacturer can't produce 16 ounces of pasta that holds together. The smaller package hides the structural weakness until you're standing over a pot of pasta fragments wondering what went wrong. The specialty shapes marketed to children are the worst offenders. Easter shapes, seasonal varieties, all falling apart constantly. Multiple users report the bronze-cut variants in bags from Italy still work fine, but the boxed pasta from the new manufacturer is destroyed. This is the Ronzoni pattern in real time. Corporate decision to save manufacturing costs equals destroyed product. Heritage American pasta. SANGIORGIO reaches your plate. SANGIORGIO has been around since the early 1900s. Heritage American pasta brand, widely available in every grocery store. Budget pricing that seems reasonable. Then you open the package and find broken shells before you've even turned on the stove. Consumer complaints are consistent. Broken shells when opening packaging. The farfall arrives shattered. This isn't shipping damage. This is manufacturing weakness. The pasta is so brittle, it can't survive its own packaging process.
Jesus Christ, we got to keep on moving forward because now you think that chickpeas are good, so go ahead and make some pasta out of it, right? Let's go.
Budget pricing delivers budget quality, and budget quality means broken pasta. High protein marketing, gluten-free positioning, vegan label appeal. Only 4 ingredients, clean label claims. That bright orange box standing out on shelves. Influencer recommendations flooding your feed. BANZA looks like the healthy pasta revolution, until you try to cook it. BANZA launched in the 2010s, riding the protein trend and
to me it's the weakest, even though it offers goodness because it's chickpeas, but it's the weakest structure and you can't even reheat it or cook it again. If you make too much, now you got to throw the rest away. It's crazy.
Gluten-free wave. The pitch was brilliant. 11 to 12 grams of protein versus 7 grams in traditional pasta. Made from chickpeas instead of wheat. Only 4 ingredients. Health-conscious communities embraced it immediately. The problem is that chickpea pasta isn't wheat pasta, and most people cook it like wheat pasta. The ingredients are chickpeas, pea protein, tapioca starch, and xanthan gum. That's legitimately only 4 ingredients, but 3 of them are doing heavy lifting. to compensate for the missing gluten. Wheat pasta holds together because gluten creates an elastic network. Chickpea pasta holds together because xanthan gum and the starch are desperately trying to mimic what gluten does naturally.
So BANZA ain't it, y'all.
And doesn't reheat.
Doesn't reheat. Barilla.
The blue box in every grocery store. The Italian-sounding name that suggests authenticity. The brand 72 million Americans trust without question. Barilla is the most popular pasta in America, and that's exactly the problem. Barilla was founded in Parma, Italy, in 1877 by Pietro Barilla. For over a century, they made pasta the traditional way. Bronze dyes, Italian durum wheat.
Now, we don't worry about the fact that it's an AI video, and I'm gonna say it myself, and I like people like that that try to call videos out. You know why? Because before I bring these videos and show them to you, I go do the homework. I go do the research, and I see if their claims are true. The same way yesterday, I went to make sure that all of the rice claims were true about the arsenic and all of the other ingredients. I did my homework on every one of these brands. Sometimes you just grab 5 of them, put them in Google and see if what they're saying is true, and you see anything substantiating the claims, you got it. So it doesn't matter if shit is, excuse me, if stuff is AI. I was gonna get kind of peed off right now, because I think that the people that worry about AI, you guys are getting caught up in a rabbit hole. Don't worry about AI. Worry about what you're doing, and if you don't understand what's going on with it, and if you don't understand how to work AI, smart ways to teach people. There's nothing wrong with you using AI the right way. Fun to run.
Slow drying. Then they expanded to America and discovered something beautiful. Americans don't know what good pasta tastes like. They can sell inferior product through marketing alone. The US-made Barilla uses Teflon dyes instead of bronze dyes. That's
Barilla.
Plastic extrusion instead of metal. Bronze dyes create rough, matty texture that grabs sauce like Velcro. Teflon dyes create smooth, shiny, plastic-like surface that makes sauce slide off. Make carbonara with Barilla and watch the eggs pool at the bottom while the...
Makes a lot of sense. They said you want to make grippy pasta so it can hold on to the sauce. If you're making pasta where the sauce is sliding off, you ever notice that you're trying to eat the pasta and you want the pasta to have some sauce on it, and then you pull it up and all the sauce comes off? I never knew that's why this is going on. I'm not buying that Barilla no more. I am a victim of this brand right here, and I'm calling myself out right out about it. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and get the new ones that I'm about to show you guys.
The pasta sits there naked and slippery.
Yep.
The ingredient list says semolina and durum wheat flour, which sounds legitimate until you realize it's enriched semolina. That means refined wheat with synthetic vitamins added back. The wheat isn't organic, which means it's likely sprayed with glyphosate during harvest. You're eating Roundup residue with your spaghetti. Here's the cruel irony. Italian-made Barilla is different from the US-made version. The Italian version uses bronze dyes and isn't enriched with synthetic vitamins. But most Americans buy the blue box US version thinking they're getting Italian quality. They're not. They're getting American industrial pasta with an Italian name.
Somebody said Teflon makes you bulletproof. Oh my God, it's not funny, y'all. Eat this stuff a lot, man. And I'm talking about this is really coming right at me right now because I'm vegan. I'm going downtown today in the blizzard, man.
The brand positioning is pure deception.
Yes, Roundup.
Italian heritage brand, technically founded by an Italian family, but the US product is manufactured in Iowa and New York using American wheat and American industrial methods. The marketing budget is massive. TV commercials, end cap displays, brand recognition everywhere. They're selling through familiarity, not merit. Compare Barilla to Cecco at similar price points. Similar price, completely different quality.
Okay, so the skeptics and the people that think that they're lying, go look at the ingredients, go look at Cecco and put it up against Barilla. Already did it, man, I'm telling you. It's the pasta. He said you want your pasta to have grip on it. You want it to be a little grippy, like sandpaper. It makes sense because that's what holds the sauce on the pasta. Now it's making sense.
For these 72 million Americans who buy Barilla thinking it's good pasta, you're buying marketing. For anyone who's made pasta and wondered why the sauce won't stick, it's the Teflon dyes. At $1.75 per pound, you're paying premium prices justified by advertising, not product quality.
Now we're going to get into some good stuff. And we're going to go back old school because I always loved my mama. She was my favorite girl. And my grandmother, Minnie, I love you so much. I never even seen this white box ever since you've been gone. But if I got to go hunt this white box down, I'm going to go get it. Because ever since I was a child, this is the pasta that I used to eat. You guys know it. And I know if you're from America, you know where we're going with it. Let's go, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get on over there.
You created a fake animal.
And I'm going to go ahead and say it since they're trying to jam me up right now. Meullers. M-U-E-L-L-E-R-S.
Mueller is the Honda Civic of pasta. Reliable, overlooked.
The Honda Civic of pasta. I like stuff like that. Or you could have said the Toyota Camry of pasta, and I would have liked that too.
Not exciting, not sexy, not imported from Italy with a romantic backstory. Mueller is the Honda Civic of pasta. Reliable, overlooked, and better than it has any right to be. Mueller has been making pasta in America since 1867. Treehouse Foods bought them in 1999. And here's the miracle. They didn't destroy the recipe. Most corporate acquisitions optimize products to death, cutting costs until quality collapses. Treehouse apparently decided changing Mueller's recipe wasn't worth the hassle, and lucky consumers benefit. The ingredients are enriched semolina. Yes, enriched. But the semolina base is real Durham wheat. The protein content is 8 grams per serving, notably higher than Barilla's 7 grams because
you guys see that sauce sticking to that pasta too.
Real semolina delivers actual protein. The texture holds up well. Cook it 10 minutes and you get firm pasta with minimal mushiness. There's a mild weedy flavor with slight nuttiness, which
I remember this pasta. You feel like your grandmother just knew what was going on. Why didn't I remember this? My grandmother used to always make this. Even everything was Meullers. The shells, everything. Even for the macaroni salad.
Is what actual wheat tastes like. Reddit cooking communities consistently rank Mueller as the best American-made pasta. It's not bronze cut, so the texture isn't as rough as Italian imports.
Somebody said, thank goodness. I thought they was going to say something bad about Meullers Kia.
But it holds sauce reasonably well. The quality is consistent batch to batch, which matters when you're cooking for a family and can't afford pasta roulette.
All right.
Mueller proves American companies can make quality pasta without compromising. Treehouse Foods chose not to optimize it to death, and the result is pasta that works. It's overlooked because there's no marketing budget.
Oh, okay. Sometimes you got to go look at those brands. No marketing budget. They put it all back in the product.
The Filippo de Cecco family has controlled this company since 1886, and they've never sold out. Imported from Italy, but remains affordable. De Cecco is what Barilla pretends to be. The Filippo de Cecco family still controls the company, which means
called them out. They said de Cecco is what Barilla acts like, plays like they try to be like.
Accountants haven't bought it and optimized it to death. Family legacy matters more than quarterly profit increases, so the recipe stays intact. Bronze dyes create that signature matte, slightly dusty appearance. Touch it and feel fine sandpaper texture. Actual roughness, not smooth plastic. Cook it 9 to 10 minutes and experience actual al dente. Substantial bite, real resistance, springy texture. The bronze dye surface grabs sauce like Velcro. Make cacio e pepe and watch the pasta water and cheese emulsify into creamy coating that clings to every strand.
Wow.
The ingredient list is Durham wheat, semolina, and water. That's it, nothing else. Food snobs and Italian chefs recommend de Cecco organically because it doesn't need advertising.
Let's keep on going.
Brooklyn-based Sfoglini launched with a radical idea. Make pasta the way it should be made, even if it takes longer and costs more. While competitors were optimizing drying times to 4 hours, Sfoglini committed to 9+ hours at low temperature.
Just the one we're looking for.
While others were sourcing the cheapest wheat available, Sfoglini went organic. This is American craft pasta refusing to apologize for doing things right. Sfoglini launched in Brooklyn.
Do you see this? Look at those noodles. I never even seen a noodle in that shape. Dude, I haven't even tasted it and it looks delicious. It's breakfast time and I'm hungry. I would eat this right now. Right now.
Focusing on craft over efficiency. The philosophy is simple. Make pasta the way it should be made,
it looks
even
delicious.
if it's slower and less profitable. They use premium organic grains when available, bronze cut extrusion for rough texture, and 9+ hour slow drying at low temperature instead of 4 hours at industrial heat.
See?
The slow drying preserves flavor and nutrients that high heat industrial drying destroys. Each piece of pasta is designed to hug sauce through that rough bronze texture. They even collaborate.
That's the one right there I'm looking for. Put the red sauce on that, the pasta sauce on that. Woo, boy. And they got the custom noodles. They make them custom.
Did on specialty shapes like cascatelli, which won a James Beard Award for design. The sensory profile shows notable depth of flavor from the slow drying process and quality grains.
That's right, you guys. Sfoglini, it's out of New York, Brooklyn. That's right. Where do we get this from? Where do we get this information? Because we got a lot of people interested in the pasta today. About the same as the rice. Where we get this from? This is not real pasta. Parentheses. Even though the box says it is, close parentheses. What is the page? What's the YouTube channel? It is Built to Eat. Built to Eat. That's where you guys can see this whole video all over again, or you can just hit the link in the description, because guess what? You know I put it in the link in the description. No problem. Just go check it out. And guess what? The entire list of all the good pasta, bad pastas, and the other list of all the good pastas. You know how I gotta hold you guys down. All I'm asking for is likes. That's all I appreciate. I just want you guys to say, hey, Bugatti, I really appreciate the pasta video. So let me give you a like, or share and subscribe, or become a member, or give me all the money in your pockets, as a matter of fact. No, I'm just kidding. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to go on upstate right now. Let's go on over to this arrested for 9th time, 10th pending, as they steal money from customers. It sucks when you have somebody that you think that you can trust to have your account and work with you. Next thing you know, they stealing money from you. You can't trust nobody. That's why I always say, and I got it from Spider-Man, the first one, with great power, you guys know it, comes great responsibility. Having people's information and all types of stuff is a very big responsibility, and you can't trust everybody. So yeah, this is a sad situation here with this one person here. She decided as a boutique owner, she wanted to be arrested for the 9th time for doing what? Let's check this out, you guys. Let's go.
For you tonight, an upstate boutique owner arrested for the 9th time this year, and a 10th arrest is now looming. Brooke Schrantz owns the Thompson Turner Boutique in Belton. You can see the collection of her mugshots from all over the counties here in the upstate from her previous arrests. They're from multiples throughout the area, and she's accused of scamming customers out of thousands of dollars. Now tonight, Fox County's Alexa Urbach joins us live now in studio to break down these new allegations and what could come next. Alexa.
Brooke Schrantz was booked this afternoon at the Richland County Detention Center. This is her 9th arrest related to an alleged scam that stretched across the state. And now tonight, we know Schrantz is set to be taken to Greenwood to face even more charges. Customers claim they purchased items from her boutique, but they say they never received them and were never refunded. Fox Carolina spoke with 2 alleged victims from Anderson. These moms, once loyal customers, say Schrantz broke customers' trust and bank accounts.
Her taking money that I was going to use to clothe my son when it could have been a meal for my son, I don't like that. To think that it's 54 people and there's no telling how many more out there that just didn't want to come forward for fear of retaliation from her, it makes me sick.
I had spent $315.12. So with that, I mean, it's not just a little bit of money to me. That's groceries for a week in my household.
Somebody says she's from the streets, but you wouldn't think that beautiful blonde with that profile would do things like that. She looks like an upstanding boutique owner until you see all the mugshots.
We go to work and we work hard for our money, and that's not something that should be taken advantage of.
Schrantz is charged with obtaining money by property by false pretense and breach of trust with fraudulent intent.
She's going to be dealing with that. And like they said, she's got other stuff that she's going to have to deal with after that. And you guys, I want to make sure that you understand that when you do some work, you got to make sure that the structure is very sound. You know, hire a good contractor. Hire the right people to put your island in your house. Don't do the hook and joke and call Junior or get the guys outside the Home Depot. You know who I'm talking about. Especially if they say that they can build a deck. Because you never know. You might be outside one day enjoying your deck with your whole family, and something like this could happen. Check this out, you guys. I want you guys to see this. I got to get this screen open. Luckily, we got some love from Inside Edition that's giving us a video of a deck that collapses during a 3-year-old's birthday party in Iowa.
Happy birthday to you. It's a terrifying moment during this 3-year-old's birthday party. Hillary and Tony Lofredo were celebrating their son Luca's birthday with a Spider-Man themed cake.
He was so
No Timu construction workers, okay, you guys? Get the right guys.
excited for his cake. All morning he asked if I was done baking his cake, his blue cake with his red sprinkles for Spider-Man.
But as the Des Moines family and 20 of their friends cheer the birthday boy, the unthinkable happens.
Right?
And that boy, he must have been Barney Rubble's son. He said, bam, bam, bam. Y'all remember Bam Bam Rubble? He hit that table like Bam Bam and sent that whole deck down.
In the middle of Happy Birthday, the entire deck just completely dropped.
Yeah, they survived.
The previous homeowners hired a local contractor in 2019 to build the deck with the new roof over it. And from what I've been told, some corners were cut.
Deck collapses are rare, but they do happen. As for the latest deck collapse, Mom Hillary says, fortunately, everyone got out okay, except for a few minor scrapes.
He's not Flintstone's son. He's Barney Rubble and Betty Rubble's son. His name is Bam Bam. Pebbles is the daughter of Fred and Wilma Flintstone. You stand corrected.
Thankfully, the worst of the injuries was my husband, who needed stitches on his leg.
Experts say you should have your deck checked out every year to make sure it is structurally sound.
No, I wasn't trying to make jokes about it. I'm just responding to that comment that was being made. I'm just happy that nobody got hurt in this event, and hopefully their insurance is gonna, I don't know, maybe the insurance might not take care of it if it was a faulty job. Probably got to sue the contractor, the local contractor. Long as nobody got hurt, minor scrapes, we want to say that this was a good one here, and hopefully everybody to get a new deck. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know what we got to do. I want to say this, and I don't know what many people are going to say about the last part of my comment here, but if this could prevent freakazoids, pedos, and men that do bad things to, let's say, minors and stuff, contain them, this might be something that they need to use as a doctor's prescription. Many people are looking at it another way, but I'm not sure. But I kind of went, you know, I elaborate a little bit and I think a little further when it comes down to how things can be used. We got to get on over to these AI robots. Fellas, I know it's hard out here to find a girlfriend, so guess what they did? It's time. They've actually made them. They got the warm, that's right, the warm skin robots. Her name is Maya. I mean, unless you buy her and change her name. So if you go get Maya and you buy her, you can change her name. She has warm skin. It kind of sparks a creepy comment community from men. I'm not sure I'd rather them have this and then hurt someone else though. I mean, that's how I'm thinking about it. So you guys, introducing Maya. And I guess she's going to be getting introduced to the market very soon.
A humanoid robot is currently causing a stir in China. Its name, Moya.
A robot with warm skin? Girl, bye. Welcome to Weird But True, your mainframe for the strangest stories from the Post. Meet Moya, a new lifelike robot from the Chinese company.
Somebody said, what Maya look like? Look.
Droid up.
Hi, Moya.
She's 5'4" and a very petite 70 pounds. But the detail everybody's talking about? Her hot body, quite literally. Moya's skin is warm to the touch with an internal temperature between 90 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just slightly colder than your average human.
90 degrees Fahrenheit.
So that's either amazing or creepy as hell. The outlet Shanghai Eye was there at Moya's debut on January 30th. The video went viral, and surprise, surprise, creeps flooded the YouTube comments.
Say, surprise, surprise, creeps flooded the YouTube comments. Who that right there? Mateo says, my wife won't let me get a girlfriend, but maybe I can have this.
Prepare to be icked. Quote, we're almost there, boys, one man said. I think the only question is it self-cleaning? Said another. And the lazy...
Somebody said, I want to know if it's self-cleaning.
Lazy eye is just the cherry on top for me.
One person said the lazy eye is the cherry on top for me.
Lazy eye? Honestly, these weirdos need to go outside and touch grass. Fortunately, one living, breathing, actual woman said the quiet part out loud. Los Angeles-based author Kristen Van Ness.
Somebody said crazy eye killer. She better than the Meullers pasta, says Warm Bear.
Shared her hilarious hot take.
What kind of service worker roles need warm skin? They're just so freaked out about Epstein Island. They're just gonna roll up and fill an island with these, which honestly is progress.
Turns out Moya is not for personal use. For now, Droid Up sees her role.
What do you mean she's not for personal use?
As providing info in train stations, banks, museums, and shopping malls. Although daily companionship could be in her future. So, why the toasty skin? Well, robotics professor Lee Quindu said, quote, a robot that truly serves human life should be warm and have a temperature. Almost like a living being that people can connect with. But with a price tag of $176,000, you might be better off with an electric blanket and a good rom-com. These days, humanoid robots seem to be taking over. At CMG's 2026 Spring Festival Gala, they did Kung Fu, and at a tech event in Vegas, a robot named Cloyd folded laundry.
Man, can you imagine a guy coming in the hospital? Can you imagine a guy coming in the hospital like, I was electrocuted, oh my God, something's going on with me, doc. He's gonna be like, what happened? Is it a sexually transmitted disease? Let's bring out the testing kit. He's gonna say, I don't think you got a test for this, doctor. I was with my robot. What do you mean you're a robot? What are you talking about? This is a special case right here. We gotta deal with it. They ain't gonna have no medication for you, bro. You're gonna be the first one that go in that hospital. Oh, you let that robot get mad at you and, oh God, oh, I'm sorry, Maya. I'm sorry, Maya. I didn't mean to cheat. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know we always gotta show some love. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Come on now, if y'all appreciate the show, you know I'll be doing a lot of work to bring these things up, telling you about Maya and all the pasta and all of the stuff. We got a good community going on here. Come on now, show your boy some love. And guess what? Our community consists of prayer and love for people as well as animals. And I got to give you guys an update on who? Dun, 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 dun. Lynn and Supernova. Nova is making steps on his own. Nova? No, not Nova. Look at them enticing that boy. And what is he doing? They say he's making steps on his own.
Do it. If you're gonna stand, do it. Yes. There we go. Nice. Keep it going. Heck yeah. Woo, buddy. Look at that. All right. Yep.
You're trying to flex muscles too, buddy. You flexing.
Step. Good
job.
Step. There we go. Step.
He's standing up on his own, y'all.
There you go. Yes. All right, sorry. Don't leave your back legs being on that. I'm fine with that. Heck yeah. There you go. Yes.
I think by spring, my boy gonna be walking, you guys. Come on, show some love for Nova, you guys. I know we got about 100 more likes out there. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. You know we all the family over here. We love Lynn and Nova. Show some love. Come on.
Yes.
They are loving this right now.
You slip a little bit. You slip a little bit. There you go.
There's something about that laugh she do when she be like, ha, ha, ha. She make anybody feel good when she do that laugh, y'all.
Step forward. Step it forward. A brain freeze.
I'm giving you a compliment.
He's like, what? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Step down. Got
Good
it.
job.
around. Turning around. Why are you backing up? That's harder than turning it.
Girl, Ellie, he trying, girl.
I know. He's like, I would rather just. I want to do what I want to do.
He said, I'm gonna get up here, but
What I love about this is the community. Those ladies normally they probably be like, oh, put a muzzle on the door, whatever. They like, we know Nova. He cool. We love this though. He know exactly what to do when he go in there. People that work in the veterinarian field, people that are the assistants, you guys are the true heroes and you rock. We love you. Mark Dorfman, people like you are all aces, bro, especially around here.
but I'm gonna get up in my way.
All right, gotta get up though. I know. We're doing one more rep. Come on, get on up here. Get these legs up. Come on. Get these legs up. Get them up. Come on. Whoa. You gotta get them up. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes.
See, they know how to work with him.
He's getting tired. I can see that.
Yeah.
Mark got the cats, I think. I think Mark got the cat sanctuary out there. Let him know if you want to do it, Mark. Let him know what's going on with you because we always got your back over here. And guess what, you guys? If y'all trying to make some money, like Trump right there holding the big bricks, not that much, but you'll definitely be able to make up to $520. How? Hit that link in the description. Fill out a survey. You'll make some money. I'll make some money too. It's Monday, you guys. Everybody outside ain't blizzard like New York. I know you guys in Florida, people out there in Africa. We got people in Canada, Cuba, Venezuela, all over the world. Can't forget our locals, Chicago, Detroit. That's right, Grand Rapids, Michigan, New York. Can't forget about the other places like Illinois. I know Miami's out there, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth. Got all sorts of people from all the way up the shoreline, talking about Boston, all the way Delaware. All of you guys show massive support, even out in the Midwest. We got people out in Colorado, even got people all the way on the West Coast in Los Angeles, San Francisco. Want to give everybody a shout out for showing us so much love. Texas, can't forget about you, Miami. You know what I'm talking about. You guys are always here to show love, Nashville. No, that's how we do it. So guess what? We want to help you guys out. If you're trying to promote your business and get your business out there, send over your promos to me. I'll put them in the post notification area where we have almost 70,000 subscribers. But the only thing about that is you got to have it in a 1080 by 1080 size frame. That's the only way that it's going to fit. And it's not me. That's what YouTube requires. How many of you guys are going to change up on your pasta? How many of you guys appreciate the nutrient segment that we do, the health and nutrient section? We're only going to get better and only going to keep doing more things to build ourselves up as a community, become more self-sufficient, and understanding what we have going on with the foods that we eat. Again, really quickly, I want to say, the way that we introduce the segment is, I want you to see what the overall, let's say the additives are or the processes are, and then we go down to each and every brand to see what elements are in it. This way we already get a little bit of education on the products, and then we get a little bit of understanding of what each and every one of them have to contain. You guys get where we're going with this, and you know why I break it down that way. And we're gonna keep on doing it. And if you appreciate the content, all you gotta do is keep double tapping that screen. Go ahead and get your membership. Subscribe if you really appreciate it. And like I always tell you, hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And yes, you guys, you know what's coming up because I keep on promoting it. Can't do it in the blizzard, but we're going to be able to do it once the weather breaks. And I keep saying it, but New York keeps showing its ass. So it's all good. It's the Show Your Talent search that we're going to be doing and continuous no matter what Mother Nature tries on us from Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. This is, boom, the Show Your Talent search, where you can make up to $250 in these different locations. Once we get everybody together and also have one person here from our channel that's going to be coming in live, yes, we're going to make it so one person can come in live at every single one of the locations where we do the Show Your Talent search at, and have a chance to make $250. And after we get 5 people together, as well as that one person, boom, you got a chance of making the $250 plus $1,000 on top of that. Where you getting that money from, Bugatti? I'm getting it from our sponsors, Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right, you guys. Go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. it's a perfect time for us to keep on building up those email addresses so that we have enough people for the Show Your Talent search. So if you're interested, you don't got to necessarily show up. Just put your email address in the link. Let us know where you're at. Come on when we're on, and boom, show us your talent, and you possibly can win. Where's the website? www.drinkbigdrip.com for the Show Your Talent search. www.drinkbigdrip.com. And as you guys know, because I always tell you, my DJ is definitely going to be there. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. But now she's got her own thing going on, executive producing as well as DJing. It's the Show Your Talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, 14% alcohol by volume. You guys can go to the L&W website to pick up Big Drip as well if you feel like supporting it. Cutwater's not messing with it. And guess what we got to do, you guys? We got to get those prayers up before we get out of here. People going out into the elements, going out to do different things. Want to make sure that we're protected and we all get those prayers up, at least coming from me. So I want to pray for love. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for community. And I want to pray that we all remain safe, as well as us and our animals. Let's get it, you guys. Who we praying for right now, Miss Swanza? I see Casey in the building. You know how we do it, Casey. CJ the cat, Audrey, Brian, Miggity, Mark, Glenn. I see Iggy in here. Vincent. I see Mega Dub. How you doing, Mega Dub? Miss Swanza, ADV, Rebecca Lanyen, Bueno, Jeffrey, Jordan, Jay Woods. Jay Woods, nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for Jay Woods. And I need you to understand that. Jay Woods, we love you around these parts. Nikki Thomas, Audrey, Ringa Love, Miss Swanza, Liberty and Justice. You know I can't even do it without liberty. There is no show without liberty and justice, okay? Liberty and justice, you need to go, you can start your own channel at this point because you got so many fans. You have no idea how many people be emailing me about you. I just let you know that. And guess what? That's why we got your special coming up. Miss Swanza, Winter Rising, Tanya, Mary, Iggy, Gringa, pray for Matt. We want to pray for Jordan. We got to pray for Audrey. Make sure that we get those prayers up in the air for my brother, Jeffrey Spilker. And you know we love you over here, Ginger. That's right, Gringa. Tanya, want to make sure that we're showing some love to Sam Champion. We can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker. And we also can't forget about my boy Casey. I'm glad you're here today. Hope you've been around for the rest of the show. If you can't, we still love you no matter what. You're always going to get these blessings. Thank you guys so much. Ad Range, now that you're a member. Also, be even before that. Audrey, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, we love you. Sanita, Mega Dub, and that's it. Amen. Y'all know what it is. Our Bottom Line, #1 show on YouTube for our slot. They ain't messing with us because we the realest. Y'all know how we go. And until tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, same time, follow-ups, trending topics, Our Bottom Line, new health segment. Let's get it, y'all. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow because y'all could have went anywhere. The fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on Monday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em. Peace.